we're live in the beautiful Tatts and Tarrasques. Back again this week. Some beautiful faces returning. Some new faces. In fact, well, one's the same old face, but he's got a new mask on. If you haven't joined us and you need a bit of a recap, last week, Thorendir may need to know this, that the crew of La Floridita was making their way inside a sepulcher, if you will. Sepulcher. I mean, the undead starting zone. You all know what I'm talking about. And inside they were assaulted by a very mean ooze, a gelatinous cube, and a bunch of grey oozes. Ymir and Winfred were kind of trapped inside after a bit of an explosion. They found a sort of a burial chamber, which I guess sepulchers are all about. And at the behest of Winfred, who asked Ymir to make sure he doesn't touch any sarcophagi, Ymir followed those instructions, and everything was fine, and they were great, and they all became rich and famous. Wait, hold on, let me check the script. Oh no, it was the other thing. Ymir opened up the sarcophagus and summoned a ancient wraith, the sort of spirit of a trapped elven witch, who proceeded to summon her handmaidens to help drain Ymir of his life force, his chode, girthy life force, full of rocks. And that was enough to sustain her and free her from this sort of prison where she had been imprisoned, or her soul had been imprisoned. Meanwhile, though, the party was trying with great haste and bellies full of hot toddies to make their way to Ymir, but were unfortunately just a little bit too late. Thorendir couldn't break past the spirit handmaidens to get line of sight onto Ymir fast enough. And at the last moment, Ymir's luck ran out. He was raised as a revenant, an unholy death knight slave to this witch, and she left her handmaidens to sort of deal with this mess, took Ymir, and teleported away. Yeah.
Ymir's death.
They get to see Ymir die at a later date.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot more enjoyable when I kill Ymir.
Pauly read a very touching poem out at Ymir's Viking funeral. Nesbit blew up, helped blow up a cask of brandy, whiskey, something like that.
Rum.
Rum.
It was.
It's rum, yeah.
And
Rum.
The Reynard sort of approached the leaders of the crew while Thorendir went to his rooms to kind of mourn, and the kids were more scared that it was quiet, that there was no banging or destroying of furniture, just mournful playing of tunes.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
and the crew, the side crew, which if we remember includes Reynard, Nesbit, I've got a name for this Duragar. What's his name? Mogrim Doombrand, Tide Pod, and Toad the Myconid Mushroom Hat, and Splug.
Yeah, never forget Splug.
They'd all had a chat whilst you were in the temple and so on, and had sort of come up with a couple of options. Head to the city of Grim, the Duragar Grim clan city, and enlist the help of the Grim clan wizards and sorcerers to open their arcane gates to let the ship get out of the Underdark. Or sail for Blingdenstone, the hidden city of the gnome, the deep gnomes, who have mechanisms, a lock, the Blingden lock, that can raise water levels and essentially sort of lever the ship into higher access points of the Underdark. Both missions fret with danger and adventure, but I think Pauly had made the decision to head to Blingdenstone.
That's it. Yep.
So we're going to see the Sverb there. I can never pronounce it. Sverfneblins. There we go. The deep gnome.
Yep.
Nailed it.
We're going to go to gnomes.
We're seeing the gnomes of the Sverfbleflins.
The Zerfneblin.
Sverfneblin.
Cool.
The F is Sverneblin. All right, the F is silent from now on. Sverneblin.
Okay, so you go. You.
No, you go. I guess Thorendir, do you leave your quarters, your chambers?
What day? Like, how long have we been in the Underdark for? Would you say?
It's probably been a week, I think. A week or more. Yeah.
Been a fucking long week.
Yeah, maybe like a
day
10 day.
7.
Day 7.
10 days. Day 10 in Thorendir's log of Thorodita. Surprise, mourn, and sorrowful. I have to put in the disappearance and demise of the one truly my boy Ymir. Though it does grieve my heart that my fellow drinking companion will no longer be able to sing and drink with me on a fine winter's eve. But goddamn am I glad I don't have to pay him for each head he killed for me. That is a load off my mind. The coppers of behold Grimsbane's fortune may be, never ending, but I don't have them with me. I don't know how much longer I could bluff him that I could keep paying for his warriorship, but his death it brings me a heavier heart, but also keeps me with heavier pockets. Because the Lord knows this ship's gonna need gold, and I can't leave that up to Pauly. Pauly may be a good captain, but that man can't manage funds. He sees one shiny new sword, and he will spend everything to get it. But usually, I must go and tend to the crew's broken heart. And Thorendir finishes the log and walks out to the crew and plays a hearty, sorrowful jig to...
Oh! Hey, did we put that invisible stone chest in... Didn't we put that invisible stone chest in Thorendir's room?
Do I just walk into it and fall over?
Bash your shin on it as you come to walk out. You're like, well, boy, go!
Oh, shit.
Come hopping out.
Wait, you were carrying the chest.
Yeah, no,
I was carrying the sarcophagus.
Yeah, but I think we put both of them in there.
Did we?
Yeah.
So he trips over the sarcophagus and then trips over the treasure chest.
We got a jewel-encrusted sarcophagus that obviously we had to take with us, because
obviously.
Yeah.
And an invisible stone chest, because I mean, fuck it, that's sick. You know what I mean?
I feel like the jewel-encrusted sarcophagus is a fair trade for Ymir. Let's be real.
I mean, look, I'm excited about the invisible chest. That's like every pirate's wet dream.
Yeah, but like jewel
Yeah, that is true.
encrusted sarcophagus, it's basically a stone covered in more stones. It's basically Ymir.
To be
it's
fair, I
Doesn't
mean,
have an axe.
I'd trade Ymir for like a kebab on a Friday night. Honestly, like
Look, that's fair.
Probably
he
half a
would
kebab that I found on the floor.
HSP that's
Yeah.
half eaten and cold.
Ymir truly had
Got a couple
costume
of ants rolling out of it.
Wait, hold on. Boys! Who grabbed the armory off Ymir?
Oh, got his shield.
Yeah, other than that, he basically took everything with him.
God damn you, Ymir! At least you didn't have all your gold on you.
Hey,
I
Dan,
think Ymir
would
had like 100
shield
gold by the time
affect
he
my
left.
unarmored defense?
Yes, it does.
as in it stacks with that. Yes. Yeah.
Actually, Aaron, if you want to write this down,
okay.
Working
So
with
is it
hot
just
glue at the moment.
armor
One
that I
second.
can't wear? Like I can wear the shield, I just can't wear.
No, unarmored defense, you get your bonuses if you're not wearing armor or a shield. It's both.
Or a shield.
Yes.
So I don't get the bonuses of unarmored defense.
I believe you
could-
can carry a shield with unarmored defense.
Okay.
Let me have a quick look.
So so long as I can walk around buck-ass nude
Yes,
with a
now go,
shield,
Timmy.
I'm fine.
in that invisible stone chest is 11 zircons worth 50 gold each.
One sec. So...
Oh, yes, you can. Con-based.
Yeah, sweet.
11 zircon.
Yeah, zircons, 50 gold each. A
Mhm.
filter of love, or I think we just said filter. We didn't actually know what it was, but
Love
What's it
potion.
love potion. We got a love potion.
A
Uh,
filter
and a
of love.
pi-
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and a pile of silver coins.
How many is a pile?
We literally discussed saying it was a pile, didn't we?
I think I wrote it down in my notes because I also have notes. 4,000 silver coins.
Boom!
4,000 silver. Okay.
I can buy so many shiny things with that.
Or like maybe fix the ship.
Fix the ship. We can buy
So
shiny
it was
things.
11
Right,
11
the ship-
zircon, yeah? 11 zircons?
Yep.
11
11
zircons.
zircons worth 50 gold each, and then
Yeah,
pile
and
of
love potion.
4,000 Yeah, and 4,000 silver coins.
Yeah, done.
Cool. And then we'll get the sarcophagus of praise when we reach Skullport. Oh, actually, the gnomes would probably like it.
Unfortunately, I don't have a monk outfit, but I can look like a very comfortable wizard.
That's good.
Where's the beard?
It's
Do we want to start setting sail,
Young
or
wizard.
are we happy with Blingden Lock?
And what is this blended lock you say, Pauly?
Well, basically Nesbit told us about it. It's just a place where, like, you know, all these little explodey friends kind of just hang out a bit. And, you know...
So we're going to the home of the dark gnomes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, I for one would never say I agree going to the home of any gnomes, but might be better than going to the city of the home of Grim. What I or
you are
they
the
would
bane
do to
of.
each other.
For which you are the bane of.
No, well, look, I might start flaying dicks with rusty spoons, I don't know, but start seeing my mortal enemies, shit might get weird, yo.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we'll probably go to Blingden Lock, and then, you know, we'll go to Skullport after that, I reckon.
Well, you are the captain of the ship, Pauly. I merely don't do really anything to do with the ship, so you do what you want to do.
You handle the funds. I can't do that. Otherwise, it'd just be a hoard up in the crow's nest.
You guys are getting paid?
Winfred, my boy, paid in love and cuddles. Paid in love and cuddles.
Oh, okay.
When the
You rolled
fuck
that.
did we get ice cream?
Would we have had a long rest?
Well, do you set sail right away, or do you stay sort of at anchor?
I reckon we probably had like a little party, you know, like to celebrate.
Yeah, have a shindig.
Yeah, I would say, like, you know, after we've exploded his exploded his sword, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
my longsword.
Yeah, after we exploded his sword, I reckon, like, you know, Nesbit would have gotten pretty randy. You know what I mean? If we didn't you know, start exploding some more things and then, you know, get drunk as well.
Yeah. Thorendir immediately grabs a tankard, grabs Pauly by the scruff of his neck and chugs in his face in memory of Ymir. How do you respond, Pauly?
Pauly, wanting to feel like Ymir's around, just, goes just to half-heartedly try and fight Thorendir, and then like throws a punch and then just cries mid-swing. Not the same! It's just not the same!
That's depressing.
Is it not the same because Thorendir like actually dodges the punch, whereas Ymir usually lets you break your hand?
No, it'd be more. He goes to punch me and just swings over my head.
Like
I'm chugging in your face, but I'm holding you like up here. Like.
I feel like Winfred would join in, except he'd take it too seriously and accidentally break someone's jaw.
While this party is going on, Reynard will walk over to Pauly and say, I believe you need a taller mate to scrap with for memory of old boy Ymir. Let's have a little tussle in memory of that hulking oaf.
Let's go.
All right. And Reynard will mage hand and just slap Pauly. Just a light tap.
Mage hand and slap. He's still throwing his moves.
No, no. You'll see. There's some interestingness to this.
Well, why don't you describe it without using the word mage hand? Why don't you describe it? What it looks like.
So Reynard will walk over to Pauly and say, I don't believe that my fighting will be anywhere near the same as that axe-wielding moron, but I'll give it a shot. And his eyes shimmer a dark purple, and you feel a hand slap you across the face. And it's, for all intents and purposes, it's a psionic mage hand. So a psychic, a hit from a hand that's come from psychic energy, not magic.
Well, yeah, now Pauly's getting randy, so I mean, like, he'll probably try slap back. I just want this to be a little slap fest.
Yeah, this is a little slap fest.
Slap fest.
Are you rolling to attack, or are you just what is Pauly doing?
I mean, I feel like I want to do like a flourish. You know what I mean? I want to like do flips and shit, and like this time I'm just like slapping like this. Like that's all my hands are doing, but I'm like flipping around while doing it.
Yes. So I'm not gonna roll to attack because I feel like I'll hit hard. But if
I mean,
Reynard,
like, it's just like light blows. That's
yeah, exactly. Reynard looks at Pauly as he's doing his little attempted flurry of blows, being a what are you, a swashbuckler?
Yeah.
And Reynard will I'm just gonna roll it so you know what it is, but I'm not rolling for damage.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
All right. So his eyes shimmer again. And like a bunch of little slaps. Oh wait, that was a blind roll. Public roll.
Yeah, you're still rolling as if you're dying.
Yes. So he's doing astral slaps instead. So he's using his astral arms.
Slaps.
So essentially, some psionic arms shoot out from him, and he starts slapping back, but lightly. And does a
Mura.
For all intents and purposes, he's just doing flurry of blows. Like, he's gonna hit you a bunch of times, but they're all little, like, taps.
Perfect.
He's not doing full open-handed slaps. He's just, like, tapping you with, like, 2 fingers on the side of the beak.
Alright, perfect. Alright, then Paul's gonna put his hands up and just go, alright, you're way better than that big stone idiot.
I believe I am, yes. No, that's something we can agree on.
Perfect.
And Reynard will
I'll get the Githa beer.
Yeah, he'll
Cheers him.
He'll grab the ale and give Pauly as he walks away, Pauly just feels a nice tap on the back.
Right in the bum.
A psionic tap on the back to be like, yes,
Little,
yes.
little cheeky finger tickle on the cloaca.
Yeah, just a little whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Wugga wugga.
And
yeah, I reckon. Then I guess do we just we'll just party and then have a long rest?
Well, should we have a little who drinks the most? For Ymir's wake. Come on.
Good point.
Little comp.
Splug brings out sort of a tray of shots, because he knows the score. And the small little goblin, he's actually got his ears tied back in like a little bun to keep them out of the way while he's cooking. And he's got his little kick the cook apron on, and he comes out with just a tray of jelly shots, and he says.
Did he just go into the shrine and then just like scoop up some of the dead oozes we got?
He said, yeah. He said Thorendir came back with a lot of this jelly on him, so I decided to mix up a batch of vodka jellies. I thought this would be what you want. It's got, I mean, like if you're lucky, it's still got little bits of bone in some of these as well. I wasn't able to
Gelatin,
out
you know,
crunchy.
all the bits.
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah, it's extra protein. I mean, I love bones full of marrow.
Yeah, let's do them.
So do you guys start doing some shots, doing some drinks? Give me Constitution saving throws.
Can I get advantage because I have advantage against poison?
You certainly can.
That's an unnatural
Can
20.
Can I use advantage and put my ring on? My poison ring?
Yeah.
Be resistance against poison?
Yeah.
Perfect, because that was a terrible roll.
We're doing con saves now, are we?
10!
Yep. Well,
Where's mine? Oh, hang on.
yours was a 12.
12.
Mine was a 12. Yeah.
Well, now, boys, it seems to be a little crunchy. Good thing they come with little toothpicks to get it out your teeth, lads.
Despite slipping the ring on Pauly, you find yourself sort of pretty knackered after the first couple of shots. The others are kind of still going. You know, they're like putting the finger in, licking out the bottom of the dregs, and you're getting to the point where you're doing half of one and kind of like throwing it overboard. Like, you're really struggling to keep up.
Fair enough. I'm a lightweight bird, let's be honest here.
You do have hollow bones.
I assume it's just elimination. We keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So roll again. But you're out, Pauly. You're
Yeah.
No, it's not as good as the first one.
Reynard, this time you, being the sort of usually the designated navigator, perhaps bow out.
Yeah.
Once you start to feel a little bit of a buzz, you're like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna start waiting.
As I
What do you
bow
mean
out,
a designated navigator? I thought I was the navigator.
Reynard is you're
Who's
the
the
navigator,
nighttime
but
navigator?
Reynard
Ain't you the
nighttime.
helmsman?
Yeah,
you're the
so
helmsman.
Aren't they the same thing?
No, the helmsman is the navigator, Winfred. I think you might be getting a little inebriated here, my boy.
Reynard,
Two very
I'm
different professions.
I'm a never helmsman. A helmsman-igator.
Reynard will sort of tip his head down a little bit and bow out, and he does a sort of a flip. Does like a flip and jumps up on top of the mainsail, not into the bird's nest. That is Pauly's spot, but he sits along the crossbeam. He's just gonna hang out up there.
All right, so it's just Winfred and Thorendir left. What is this? What do these two look like? You know, when it's the last two at the end of the night.
Winfred's a big lad. Winfred's a heavy-set lad. He's probably sitting there being like, I could go all night.
Yeah, you know, just when it's two spotted sailing friends sitting down looking at the twinkle of the stars that are not stars, they're just bright rocks in the sky of the Underdark. But you look at them and you look at each other, look down at your drinks and say, he wasn't the most lively character I ever met there, Winfred, but Ymir was our friend and companion. He will be missed. Hopefully we free his soul from oblivion and torment, but I honestly don't think Ymir would know any difference from being a Death Knight to a regular man with a chode, I guess.
Ouch.
It's
Yeah,
fair,
he
though.
did have a tiny penis, didn't he?
What's our goblin cook's name? Who's tinier than me?
Swallow.
Plug, yeah. His little toes bigger than Ymir's penis was.
Reynard will chime in from up above and say, now, friends, it is not good to speak ill of the dead, undead
The
or not.
undead, Reynard. The undead.
Undead or not.
His soul will never be addressed. Oh, Jesus, this hurts my soul a little more every time I think about that. Maybe we should have saved him, but the hot toddies were just too good yesterday. They just kept me from... Oh, that was...
Reynard just nods. He goes, they were quite good indeed.
Oh,
I
Speaking of
didn't
liquor-
get any. I was still running from the necromancer lady.
Oh, I almost died myself. It was painful. The acid was
Well,
very strong.
I told him not to touch the scary sarcophagus. I have this new ability for India. It's called magic awareness. It means I'm aware of magic.
Fellow magician! Another conjurer of cheap tricks, Winfred.
I wouldn't call me a magician. I'd call me a magician.
A magician.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
conjurer
this
of
stuff
cheap
is
tricks.
getting to me.
Oh well, maybe we should have some more. Double down. And
Yeah.
I don't know where Thorendir grabs a thong because he has no fucking booze left since all of us are fucking booze hounds. But he grabs a bottle out of somewhere and goes, "A shot time, baby."
Oh, con throws. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Oh,
Oof. Oh, that one was a little rougher than usual. Oh, but the Underdark air still keeps the Grimsbane strong. Another swig, my boy.
Oh, hang on. Doesn't mean that I win because I got the.
I thought we
it
were
was
getting above
above
10.
yeah, it was above a 10.
Oh no! I was doing
Oh.
an elimination. So whoever's the
Oh, well
lowest-
then. I'll lose then. I thought we were doing about 10 like we normally always do. No, that's all good. Then I drop out then. Retract my previous statement. And Thorendir just has
You have a
another
few,
swig,
I
but
think.
as he swigs, he just falls back and falls asleep on the deck.
He falls back into the waiting embrace of the remains of the kraken that they slew. Just like squilches into the kraken beanbag. So luckily he lands softly, and just sort of after a moment or two, there's sort of loud snoring echoing out across the Underdark waves. So the only sounds you hear are kind of the waters lapping at the ship, the wind pulling at the sail, and the deep rumblings of the Grimsbane nose.
I was hoping for a muffled Grimsbane.
Cobras! Night scares, ma'am.
All right. So the ship sort of continues on slowly through the night, through the Evernight, really, as it's always night here in the Underdark. And let me roll some dice here. Let's see.
One sec, I'll be able to listen. Just
Yeah. Dark terrain. Where's my? Here we go. Two D4. Sure, that's fine. Who's... Yeah, I guess, Winfred, you're the last one standing, so you're at the helm.
Yep. No, I hop up and put my hat back on. Drink up, my heart is yo ho, and then walk up to the bow of the ship, the helm. Sorry.
Cool. And Reynard, you're kind of up in the crow's nest as we mentioned. Well, not in the crow's nest, sorry, but in the crossbeam. Pauly, when you sort of bowed out early and with your hollow bones and your very lightweight in all senses of the word tolerance, where did you end up?
In the crow's nest.
Yeah. So you, I imagine it was sort of floating up or flapping up, sort of a bit unsteadily. Doing a couple.
Reynard has had a look whilst up on the crossbeam just to make sure that Pauly is secure in his nest. We're not going to lose him on the wind.
Yeah. Well, Reynard and Winfred, then, can you please give me perception checks as everyone else kind of sleeps this night off?
That is a 22.
Sure. Give me a minute just to get my shit up. Can I do a schnoz roll, or do I have to do a visual perception check?
You can give me a schnoz roll. Yeah.
That's 13.
Luckily, I brought up the average.
Yeah.
Okay. You're sort of sailing through. There's a number of sort of stalactites and stalagmites and things like that. Some much larger than others, but you kind of navigate around, Winfred, with your sort of enhanced vision being on the helm. Reynard, you see, before anyone else does, a number of, at first what looks like pieces of a stalactite kind of dropping off into the water. As, like a piece is crumbling off. Or like, the sides of perhaps a cliff face crumbling off kind of thing. But then you start to see that there's sort of deeper, even the water itself is almost sort of pitch black, inky black, but you see sort of even deeper darkness underneath of these shadows that are up near the surface, skimming just underneath the surface of the water towards the ship. And there are 7 of them.
And I immediately yell out to Winfred, saying, "We need to turn the ship. Starboard or port, I don't care. There's something below the waves."
Okay. And Winfred holds both hands up and looks at both of his hands as if he was trying to discern left and right. Goes, "Which way starboard?"
I don't care. Just go left or right.
Okay.
That's the thing, Winfred. You've got to make an S and a P with your hands. That's how you know which way.
Okay. So that's the S. I can't make an S with one hand, so I got S and then a P. Okay, cool. And then he turns the boat to the right.
So you start turning the boat to the right. Give me an athletics check to kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One athletics check. 14.
Cool. So yeah, you're able to pull the ship into line here. Let's put you on there.
Yeah, I was trying to do that before.
I need to make my shit quieter, because even I can hear the super loudness in this. Let's just mute this tab, shall we? You guys can have immersion. I will remove it. So Pauly's up in the crow's nest. Reynard's up there too. Just make your token always for everyone. Cool. Tide's probably below decks, hanging out. The zombie crew. Thorendir's fallen asleep amongst the Kraken pieces. And who else do we live with? That's everyone. 2, 3, 4. Have I forgotten anyone?
Nope.
No, we're all there.
Splunk.
Oh yeah, Splug's underneath.
I mean, you could say that we forgot Ymir, but that's sort of the whole point, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. So these small, kind of like flying fish, but squid, start leaping up over the waves, and sort of in waves start assaulting the ship here, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Initiative. Am I going to get above double digits? No, I'm not. I never get good.
Neither did I. You still rolled higher than me.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Slightly slower, boy.
Oh, this didn't put you all in initiative. What the hell?
It did not. Did we get to roll again?
No.
I'd love to roll again, but I'd probably get less than 5. And I have +3.
I mean, I got. Oh, hang on. Why didn't it do me?
No.
Do you want me to roll again?
Let's just do it again.
No. I'm doing it now.
17.
Okay.
Okay, fine. If he's rolled again, everyone can roll again.
Yay!
Come on, Thorin. I just want Thorendir to have double digits.
I got it, baby!
Yeah.
I somehow got worse than I did before.
I got worse than I did before too.
Yeah.
I'm not fast as fuck, boy.
Just a fuck boy.
Now I'm fast as fuck, boy.
But thanks to that, yeah, okay. All right, so
Wait, do we get a long rest?
yes,
Woo!
but your first turn is probably going to be, waking up.
Oh, yeah, mate. That'll happen.
Was I asleep because I didn't need the long rest? I was just chilling.
No. You saw this happen.
Ah, true. All right, I'm gonna yell out on my
I like
turn.
how Slug is a Machiavellian goblin.
Yeah. I have 2 goblins on this ship, so really he is Machiavellian because I don't know how he duplicated himself like a single-celled organism, just created 2 spots.
Legend.
Can he?
Because he's legendary.
I feel like he'd be downstairs anyway.
Can he go up here? Yeah. That's right. I need to do something about this.
Yeah, our stairs are all from the top.
Yeah, because you're not meant to be on this part of the
Yeah.
ship, right?
You're supposed to be below it.
Yeah, meant to be like over there.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, I need to add my sickle to my thing. A sickle's under weapons.
I'd still be in the crow's nest.
Yeah, sickles are under weapons.
Yeah.
So I'd be
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
here.
Am I? Is it moon sickle? I got moon sickle +1. Silver bladed sickle. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Dope.
I'm about there.
All right. Well, I'm imagining that I'm still got my moon sickle and my shield attached. Some reason I don't have my shield attached.
We have a talking sickle now, by the way.
Oh yeah, we do have a talking sickle.
How did you not bring that up before? That's pretty.
Yeah, look. There's a lot of stuff happened, all right?
Yeah. Look,
Reynald doesn't know about the talking sickle either.
I also need to add a shield as well.
It would have just been a regular shield.
In a hot minute.
Although, actually, I don't think you'd have your shield donned because your hands are on the wheel, right? It's going to take a full action to play shield.
Okay. Well, I got my moon sickle attached to my belt. and I'll put my shield on with my turn, I suppose.
Sure. Cool. All right. These guys are probably going to assault the ship from this side. Well, they're all coming from the same side, but some are on the lower decks. All right. The first one is going to... I guess Thorendir's down here too. Cool. These things are going to flop onto the deck and start attacking the zomboys. Ooh. 16 to hit a zomboy is going to be easy. Oh, good. Reynard, from your vantage point up in the... You're about, 30 feet up in the air?
Yep.
Up there with Pauly, but not quite in the crow's nest. You're in that nice crossbar. Maybe you're like 15 feet up. You're not quite as high.
Doesn't matter. I can do dope monk shit. So that's one there. Reynard's going to jump down here. And then he's going to kick it off nicely. But he's going to spend a... we decided we were going to reflavor them, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
So he's going to spend a psi point. And he's going to summon his arms. So that is 5 force damage to both of them in front of me.
Cool.
For a DC of 15. Saving throw.
Oh, yeah, when a creature
dexterity.
of your choice. Yeah, cool.
Yep, those two in front of me.
There we go. I have to make DC dexterity saving throws.
Yes, DC 15, dexterity saves.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. So one takes 5 damage.
All right.
And then he's also going to... The one directly in front of him is going to unarmored strike. For 9 bludgeoning damage.
Did that roll the hit? Did not.
Oh, did not, apparently. That?
It probably didn't import them.
There we go. 13 to hit.
13 definitely hits, so we'll do the 9 damage. Cool. This thing's not looking great, but it's not too bad. As you.
And do I have anything else? No, because I used my summon as a bonus action, and that is it. Yep, he's gonna, and that's it.
Cool. Splug, you hear Splug yell, "I think I left something in the oven," and runs back into the hold of the ship. Thorendir.
Yes, my lord.
You're in sort of a very deep sleep here. What do we think would require to wake you up? You heard some yelling. There's a bit of a commotion, but you have been heavily drinking.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's going to get Thorendir up is if, I don't know, this is a tough one. Like, because he's very comfy in the Kraken bag and probably hungover.
Or still drunk.
Oh, no, I don't know. He's got fucking resistance against poison. He wouldn't be drunk. He'd burn that off pretty quickly. But he'd probably be dehydrated. I know if someone had food or water, it would clearly wake Thorendir because he'd probably got a very dry throat, fucking snoring his guts out.
I got a honey pot.
Well, entice Thorendir. Oh, I know. Unless the battle gets really raging, I think it would take quite a bit to wake Thorendir up.
Yeah.
I could throw the honey pot at him.
That food or water, food or drink, or more alcohol, that could get him up.
Oh, you bitty hair of the dog.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of hair of the bear, as they say.
Hair of the bear.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Pauly, similar to you. You may I'll leave this up to you whether this is a character decision. I'm not sure if birds are less heavy sleepers. Obviously, the alcohol kind of affected you a bit more.
Pretty light sleeper, honestly, I'd say. And then probably Reynolds was yelling right next to me.
That's true.
So I'd say I'd definitely kind of just startled awake when he jumped off.
Excellent. All right. So yeah, you kind of wake up, and so you find yourself up in the crow's nest, 30 feet up. There are these sort of squid creatures. Perhaps someone's delivered breakfast. In fact, let's show what they look like.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's not terrifying at all.
Reynolds hates them
I've had worse looking kebabs.
Reynolds absolutely hates them because they look similar to mind flayers.
Yeah,
And beat the shit out of them.
their tentacliness. Cool. Well, it's your turn, Pauly.
I'll definitely just hop over and just fly and basically nosedive down into this one. Actually, this one over here. That'd be essentially all my movement. And I'll go for the one right in front of me. Basically dive bombing him.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. 26 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
That didn't hit. They don't have bones and they don't have armor.
21.
God damn.
Oh, shit.
How do you want to do this?
Just skewer him on Talon. You know what I mean? We're having fucking shish kebabs tonight, boys.
In one eye hole and out the other.
Yep. And then I'm going to stab the one that Reynolds is fighting with a Dagier, which I only have 2 of. I need to get more of them. 15.
15 will hit.
Whoa, what the hell happened there?
How much dice do you want to roll, mate?
Because it rolled
No,
the
he
sneak
did.
attack as
He
well.
did 3 rolls of rapier. I think it might have bugged out.
Yeah, it did bug. 7 damage on the dagger.
That bugged out. So 7 damage.
Okay, cool. 7 damage. Boop. All right. And so you end your turn having skewered some calamari on your rapier, and then having pulled the dagger out, one of your 2 remaining daggers, and plunged it, sort of slicing off a number of the sort of trailing tentacles, the suckers of this manta ray squid creature. All right. Another one of these launches onto the ship, the Tranquil Dark Mantle, and it's going to try and crush onto the zombie's head here. It's 15 hit for 6 damage, and Zombie Boy's got to make a DC 13 strength save, which he makes. The ingenious Dark Mantle, knowing that it's so much better to go after the pilot, comes after you, Winfred, and is going to try and crush on you a little bit here. Oh ho ho!
Whoa. Yeah.
9 bludgeoning damage, Molfrere, and
And
strength check out of you, please.
36. Yeah, I can do arithmetic. And a strength save, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I have a +7 to strength saves. Don't think that's going to cut it.
Not good enough, I'm afraid. So this thing, as it's crushing you, it actually envelops your head and face huggers like over your head, so you're blind and unable to breathe.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. Still not your turn just yet. Thanks to
Yeah.
You can thank Dylan for wanting to take new rerolls. So this one's going to have advantage on you because you can't see.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Oh, yes, that's a pile of peas. I love that so much.
Thanks.
So 19 hits.
Yeah, 19 hits.
So 4 bludgeoning damage
sorry,
from the
I
second one,
didn't-
as you can feel another one sort of crashing into you, and it sort of latches onto your arm. It's your turn, Winfred. You cannot breathe and you cannot see.
I'm gonna do my bonus action first, and I'm gonna roll for wild magic.
Yeah.
Would the stress of having something attached to my face trigger a wild magic surge?
Will you roll your regular rage wild magic anyway, right? You tell me.
Thorns.
Is this the kind of
Stress? Yeah. I'm gonna say so.
Yeah.
So now I'm raging. Magical energy whirling inside you sometimes erupts from you when you enter a rage. Roll on a wild magic table to determine... Oh, wait, no. Thorns. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. So, I'm gonna say...
Yes.
What do I do? I don't know. I can't really do much, can I? I've got my sickle in my hand,
And
so I'm just gonna
your
start.
hammer's nearby, depending if you.
Yeah. Well, my hammer would be like, slung on my back or something like that. I'd imagine. I don't know how I've equipped all my weapons and shit, but I'm probably just gonna grab the closest thing to me, which is my sickle, and I'm just gonna start swinging like wildly. See if I can hit something. Unless I can
that comical, like, get the hammer and just like go to hit yourself in the head with it, or are you trying to aim at the wall?
I mean, I was going to use the moon sickle actually. Yeah, I was going to use that, and oh fuck, this is difficult. Why is this so difficult? I can't fucking do anything because I'm blind. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing. I'm just gonna swing with my sickle, and yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. How do I roll with that? Never mind.
So that's just the damage.
That's just the damage. Okay, hang on.
I don't know why this keeps happening.
What? Display in VTT? Equipment? I've only got my Warhammer here. I've got it equipped. Fuck it. I'm just going to use my Warhammer. There we go. Attack for 12 for 13 bludgeoning damage.
And was that against the one on your head or your arm?
I'm going to go my head. I'm just going to do the comical dunk and headbutt the thing.
Actually, can you roll again? Because you've got disadvantage.
Roll. Okay, cool. All right.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you sort of comical. You bonk yourself in the head, hitting this creature, wounding it. You can hear it kind of screech. It screeches right in your ear because it's obviously right on top, and you feel some of the shockwave, of course, but you're raging. In fact, hitting yourself in the head plus not being able to breathe, I'm going to roll on the Wild Magic Surge, the proper, or the D100 Wild Magic Surge table. I haven't created the 2000 one yet. As you hit yourself, a fog cloud centered on you expands out. In fact, probably an ink cloud, because of the whole squid thing. You've kind of adopted some of their.
So like a black ink.
A black
cloud,
misty cloud. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
centered on you. What is fog cloud? How big is that? I think it's quite big. Fog. 20-foot radius sphere. So it even covers up one of the creatures on the lower deck. Yeah, cool. Any movement or anything like that, dear friend?
I can't really move because I'm blind and I can't breathe, so I'm going to go with no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got 2 squids attached to me and I've farted out a fog cloud, so there's not a lot that I can do right now.
Cool. All right. Next in the initiative, we have the capable Dark Mantle. Let's look up. Here we go. I just need to work out the rules of suffocating. Plenty of time. We got plenty of time. A creature, because you guys have made us tougher stuff. You're adventurers. You can hold your breath for a number of minutes, mind you, equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
Right. So I got this combat and then some.
Yeah.
Then again, I am a bear. Like, I go fishing for salmon on the regular, so...
That's true. That is very true.
Remember, each combat turns like around 6 seconds, so you have 10 turns at least.
Plus
well, my constitution modifier is +1, so I've got a couple of minutes before I'm going to pass out.
One of these comes for you, Pauly, and wildly successful. Latches onto your head for 6 bludgeoning damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw as well.
Okay. Strength?
Yep. You are also blinded by this thing and are unable to breathe. Let me just delete that one so we know one's gone. Cool. Intense. This one that you're attacking Reynard and that Pauly's kind of backed you up on, it's going to try and crush your face in. That's 24 to hit for 9
Yeah, that hits.
damage.
I'll take the 9 damage. And then it's a strength save, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, I have to roll it as a wisdom save because of my astral self.
Yeah. So is that only while your astral arms are out?
Yes, but they're out for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
Cool.
So
describe to me how this works. Like, obviously it was successful, but describe to me like the difference between physically trying to remove this thing and psychically trying to remove this thing.
Well, he uses his knowledge of tentacles to systematically remove them one by one in a way that they do not actually have any effect on him. They can't actually grapple to him. So they just like one by one, each limb that is trying to attach to him just pops back.
Pops right off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just can't handle that psychic barrier. So you're still wounded a little bit with that 9 bludgeoning, but you stave off the grasp of the creature.
And also, do I have it or is it not there? I don't have it yet. Okay, never mind. I don't think I have it yet.
Okay.
No. So I do. Yeah, 28. Down to 28.
Was it
uncanny dodge?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
I don't have it.
Cool.
I get patient
Thorendir.
defense.
Oh no, wait, no.
Yes,
sorry,
my boy.
No, sorry. I just skipped right past Reynard's whole turn. Dylan.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start my turn by attacking with that and hit the one that's attacking Pauly. So that is a 19 to hit. I didn't roll damage for some reason, which is great. So I'll just roll the damage.
Yep.
Or 7 damage.
Yeah. So your sort of psychic arms, your psychic blows, you're essentially like a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, more or less.
There's the psychic version of you behind you, punching squids.
Yeah, no, like the way that I'm envisioning it is He's got astral arms, but they're just basically like wrapped around his own arms to make his arms look twice as big. So he's a real skinny dude, but he's got the arms of Ymir, but half of it is psychic.
Yeah.
So it shimmers away. So yeah, he unarmored strike. That one. And then he's also going to he's just gonna finish off the boy in front of him.
Yep. So that was your action to hit the one on Pauly, and then you have a bonus action. I believe you can either attack once, or you can spend a key point to attack twice with your bonus action.
Yeah, I can flurry of blows.
Yeah. Whoops, I just clicked to roll. Never mind.
Well, the one that's attacking Pauly, because he's fairly new, I'm gonna flurry of blows him.
Okay.
Just what in the? There we go. 18. For 6 damage. Flurry of blows. Where is it? Immediately after you take an attack on your turn, you can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes. So that'll be 6 damage. Plus.
And just do it again.
Another unarmored strike, which is going to be that 19 to hit for wild.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Because it's done it that way now.
Okay.
8 and 9 damage.
I'll add another 7.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Because your flurry blows are the astral ones now as well, anyway. 1d6 plus 4. So you're 1d6 plus 4 instead of 1d6 plus 3. So I'll give you the 9 damage here because I'll be generous. As your because it looked like you might have crit in here somewhere.
I think I may. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So Pauly, for a moment there, like everything's dark. This creature sort of on your beak, blocking out the thing. You can feel its tentacles wrapping around your head and your captain hat, and then you feel sort of a light breeze of just sort of kind of like when you were sparring with Reynard before, when his sort of psychic hands were flurrying around you, and then all of a sudden, the lights come back on. You can see again.
Right. Thanks.
Gotcha, buddy. And then I've also got movements. Actually, no, I'm not going to use it because I'll get attacked as soon as I move. Never mind.
Cool. Thorendir, the remainder of a psychically beaten up squid creature kind of lands on your shoulder, and if you want, you can snuggle into it. You don't have to. If it's not quite big enough to be a blanket to pull over yourself, but it's there, and I'll just leave you in the space to play with it.
Was it cut up or was it is it dead?
It's dead, but it's been assaulted by psychic hands. So it's
psychic.
Yeah, it's been tenderized.
Thorendir, seeing the gelatinous, beaten, tenderized thing in front of him, thinking it's another Jello shot, wakes up and tries to drink it, but realizes it's a monster and then sees his friends fighting.
But for a moment, you do get a bunch of its inky black squid ink, mustache, where you've tried to take a good drink of it.
Yeah, and the old inky Ethiopian caterpillar stash. And am I up or is that my turn?
Yeah, no, you're up. I like it.
All right.
You see Reynard in front of you on the deck of your ship. You see Reynard, Pauly, and one of the zombie crew, one of the delusional zombies, fighting off 2 of these creatures. Up on the upper deck, you can see Winfred sort of flailing about with a hammer, trying to hit his own head. On it is one of these squid creatures, and with another one latched to his arm.
Yeah. Looking at the boys and seeing them in trouble, but seeing the 2 clearly competent boys and the zombies, they got it covered. He's muffled, murmuring, and kafoofering up stop is going to run up to the top deck.
Mhm.
And sees Winfred in a world of trouble.
In fact, actually, you don't see Winfred. You see a big cloud of black ink like hovering in the air. You can kind of see shapes in there, but it is heavily obscured.
Heavily obscured. Okay. Hold on now. Let me just look if it's things that just hear me or I have to see them. Give me 1 second. So officially, it's only a creature of my choice within range that can hear me, but it doesn't say I have to see them. Wait,
That's fine. So there is, it will say if you need to see them, because healing word you have to see them. Whereas, if it doesn't say, I'm going to assume you don't need to.
I'm having a look. Yeah, it says that I can see this one. Yeah, it's only that can hear me. I don't have to see them, but it's within range. So I don't actually have to sort of see them. It's more of a psychic link. So boom, yeah, I'm gonna just give big old. Well, maybe not a big old. Maybe just do a little tame one to see how it goes. And just a little whisper.
And are you
it was on this boy here? Sorry, I meant to ping him.
Yeah, so the one that's like on Winfred's head.
Yeah, on Winfred's head. Yeah.
Cool. What do you whisper to it? Just calamari.
Oh yeah, Thorendir is still very hungry, and that little drink of the last squidoidian didn't do much to his appetite. He's like, Grimsbane hungers for calamari.
In fact, the drink you had was like the squid ink you had was incredibly salty, so it's probably just like upped your dehydration levels like crazy.
Yeah, man, I've got a hunger and a thirst, man.
So Winfred, you feel the thing sort of loosen and relax and fall off your head, yet you realize that you're still surrounded by darkness, but you can breathe again, which is nice.
All right.
But that was Thorendir's turn. Sorry, Pauly. We skipped Pauly. Remember, Winfred, you're at the arse end of the initiative.
Yep.
Pauly, you see one of these squid creatures directly in front of you and Reynaud, and you can kind of see the shape of one in the ink cloud off to the side.
Right. I'll probably swoop around and go to here. Oh, I can't. I was planning to go out.
Oh, you can. Yeah, I'll just move you out there. That's fine.
Awesome. And I'll basically stab him on the way with just I'll actually just stab that one with the dagger. Or I can just slash it with a dagger as I go past. That I won't use my stealth for. I'll just attack that one, and then I'll use my other one, my big attack for the next one.
Okay. Roll damage for me. 12 will hit.
Oh, it's lagging out.
Yeah,
might roll a heap.
Just having a bit of a moment.
Yeah, give it a sec. There we go.
5. I'm just gonna scroll back up to the top.
Oh Jesus.
Oh wait, where are we? How many did you roll?
Oh shit.
I only pressed it twice too.
What's going on with it? With the engine?
It's
having
5.
a seniors moment.
The first dagger was 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so you attacked with the dagger first, did you?
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha.
I'm only using the piercing damage. I want to use the sneak on the next one.
Yep. 5 is good, but not quite enough, unfortunately. as you sort of just fly by and rip through it with the dagger sideways without slowing down, and sort of blow past into to the other squid. However, you can't really see it well inside this this cloud, so I'm going to get you to roll with disadvantage. So if you just roll again for me.
Boo!
You fly through the cloud and try and go in with the rapier, but in this ink cloud, it kind of moves out of the way at the last second, or you were chasing its shadow, perhaps, instead of like actually it. And you actually slam. I'm going to have you slam into the side of the ship and take 1 damage.
That's fair. I am my turn. I can't do much else other than that.
Cool. As you sort of get blinded by this thing, it leaps out at you with advantage and tries to latch onto your head. It's 13 to hit.
Nope.
No. Luckily, your head was protected by the big wooden frame of the ship that you slammed it into, and very, very cleverly kept it safe. Winfred, the one that's on your arm has been sort of winding its way up, crushing your arm as it goes, for 9 bludgeoning damage, as it tries to wrap its
it will take a d6 of force damage.
Cool, give it to me.
Give me a second. 1d6. So it'll do 6 damage to it.
Yep.
And how much does it hit me for?
9
So
bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning damage, so 4.
Yep.
Yep.
And give me another strength saving check, but I believe you get advantage on this one.
Alright. I don't think I need
it, mate.
Alright.
Cool.
That's me.
Yeah, it's your turn. I'm going to say because you got a critical there, you're able to. It's on you. You're able to rip it off. I'm going to say that you don't have disadvantage on this attack roll because you've got a good smell of it. You've kind of got it in your hand. You know exactly where it is. I'm just going to give you a regular attack here because you did so well in your strength save.
I wanna like sort of like put it on the ground and then get my hammer and just bring it straight down on it.
Yep.
With a Warhammer strike, that is a 15 to hit.
15's good, so 8 bludgeoning
or
damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And I don't really have additional uses for my bonus action because it's Thorns this time. I don't think Thorns has a secondary effect. It's just whenever a creature attacks me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
do you still get?
I have a second attack, don't I?
Yeah, you still.
Yeah, no, I will use my second attack to smack it again. So I'll just smack. Here we go. It's 20 to hit. For 7 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. Cool. All right. It's not looking great, but you don't really know that because you can't see it. You can smell it. You can smell that it's wounded.
Yeah. You can smell its fear.
Exactly. Reynard, this creature is going to lunge at you in sort of a last-ditch attempt to get around your face. 15 to hit.
Nope.
You easily kind of batter it out of the way. You step out of its way, and are able to follow up with an attack here.
Yep. So I'm going to step out of its way to the right, to my right. So I'm in the middle of them.
Yeah, but port or starboard?
Starport. And he's going to unarmed strike that one with a 22 to hit for 4 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just palm it off the ship.
Yeah. Goes, whoo!
Yep. See you later, champion. And then he's gonna unarmed strike this one because it turns out monks get second attack. I didn't realize. I haven't been doing it.
Yeah, you get extra attack as well, right? Because you're a
Yeah,
so you
17
get
for
2
7,
regular attacks and a bonus,
and then
unarmed
2
strike.
flurries.
Yeah. It will be with disadvantage though, because you are attacking into this ink cloud.
Okay, so I'll throw another one. Yeah,
12.
that's a 12 to hit.
Will hit though, so that's 6 damage, and now you can use your bonus action to either unarmed strike or flurry of blows for 2 strikes.
I'm gonna flurry.
So use that
So
keyboard.
that's So that's a. I don't know why. Flurry of blows 23, and
I guess
just
that's
another
the first one, so that's 8 damage. Yep.
another unarmored. 10 for 7.
10 will not hit, unfortunately, and that.
Okay.
I mean, you meant to roll them with disadvantage, but the 10's definitely not going to hit. That's
Yeah.
fine. Cool. Another thing, which I don't think we actually covered, because it's in the small print. When you're using Arms of the Astral Self, you actually have reach up to 10 feet.
It's 10 feet. Yes, that's
So
why before I attacked from here to over here.
Yeah. So you don't even need to get up in the grill to
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to use flurry of blows. So to use my normal flurry of blows, I need 5 feet.
Do you?
Yeah, flurry of blows says 5 feet. Arms of Astral Self say 10. So I suppose I could just use.
So flurry of blows just means that you're going to do 2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
Whereas the kicker is whilst your arms are out, all unarmed strikes gain 5 feet of reach. So it doesn't really change anything, right? But you get to stand back a bit if you want. Obviously it's new, and look, this character may die tomorrow. If Aaron in chat has anything to say about it, but we move on to Thorendir.
Really, he likes killing me.
Yes, Thorendir Grimsbane. Why isn't my thing working? There we go. I hadn't selected my character. We'll then do the old whispers into the other jelly.
The one that's attacking Winfred.
Yes. I actually think I got to sorry, for some reason Foundry's not moving for me.
It gets very slow if you tab out and tab back in. It has trouble catching up sometimes. So you got to stay focused. You got to stay aggressive, and you got to stay like this. Excellent squid wisdom save. Boom, almost a 20. Not quite. It was a 2.
Almost a 20.
How do you undo this?
Essentially just still on the hunt for more squid and calamari, but more ravishing. It's really dark, huspy whispers because he's very thirsty from that salty ink before us. Now, like, hey, got his brain, need water and food. And those whispers just blow its fucking brain.
Yeah. Just it's on your arm, Winfred. You can feel it. Actually, no, it's on the ground because you've sort of flattened it into the deck of the ship. You raise you're raising your hammer. You're like midway through, about to strike it again, and it just explodes. Bits of calamari giblets land all on your face.
That is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Anything else from Thorendir?
Yeah, he'll move back down to see what the boys are doing.
Yeah, you just need to move yourself like to the right and then left again. It'll
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's see what the boys are doing, because Pauly, you kind of bonked your head a little bit on the side of the ship. There's this inky cloud in there. It's very hard to see what's going on. But you're determined.
Oh yeah, I'm pissed. I saw it go for me, and I'm gonna take my rage of like me bonking my head out on this squid boy.
It's like I hit my small toe earlier tonight, just as I was trying to get into my sweet gaming setup, and just I wanted to throw my fist through a wall so hard.
Yeah. It is the worst of pains. Yes, 18 to hit.
Absolutely. With disadvantage.
Oh, no.
Look at
18
you
to hit.
peasants needing to see where you're hitting.
18 to hit.
It will still hit. Absolutely.
Let's do that thing again.
Yeah,
It
you just made a
works.
Constitution saving throw.
Quite
I
interesting.
click the roll damage and it's having a fit. So I'm not going to touch it again. I've clicked it once, so let's see what happens.
Maybe just refresh your page, mate. Or if you've already done that.
It happened to D-Barts too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just having a time.
Let me try
having
and
a-
roll it
having
from
a-
within Foundry.
Mm,
Because it might be that D&D
I'm
Beyond plugin. Sending stuff to it that's given it.
Oh well, no, I clicked roll damages in Foundry.
Oh yeah, true. I don't know.
I hit a refresh and it's grayed out, so I think there's something going on with Foundry.
Yeah,
no.
I hit a refresh too, and it's grayed out for me too.
You
Yeah,
broke it.
Foundry
No.
is broken.
Hold on, let me try. Roll.
Oh, wait, we're back.
Yeah, I think you might have to switch to rolling in Foundry, just until this. Because I think D-Barts is also rolling from external, aren't you?
No, I've been rolling from Foundry now. I hotbarred everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you
Foundry's just having a time.
We're having a day.
go. Mate, it's a Monday night, like it's been a long day. Foundry, Forge,
Yeah.
it's just,
It's not as comfy as I am in my comfy bathrobe,
yeah,
and it's upset about that.
in your monk bathrobe.
Yeah, I've grayed out too,
just
but I'll
like-
just wait to load. If you want to even just attack for me at that point, I guess.
That's fine. Let me, what can I do here? Can I roll? Damn it. Unrecognized command. Roll. No, I haven't got it set up as a command. I thought
I'm
Twitch
back
chat
in.
might be able to help me out.
I'm back in. It's gone and done like 15 attacks again.
Yeah. Let me see if I can roll damage just directly from
Well, the
within
first
here.
one was 24 damage.
Yep. And did you hit? Is the question we
I
wanted.
did. I hit.
Oh, that's right. You did. Yeah, 24 damage is definitely enough. So describe it to me. Through the cloud.
Just stabbed and stabbed and added to my calamari kebab.
Yeah. So now you've got two of these squid creatures just impaled on Talon. It's getting a little bit unwieldy, but you're able to take wing and fly up the side of the ship. And as far as you can tell, that's all the threats neutralized.
Cool. I'm just gonna go throw the kebabbed calamari to Splug. So see what you can do with this.
You start very quickly. You start hearing the chopping and the sizzling of meats, and after too long, sort of the smell of cooking squid starts emanating throughout the ship.
Yum.
You just hear Grimsbane.
Speaking of hydration, I will be right back. I'm just going to grab a beverage.
Oh yeah, I got a Jimmy before and never cracked it. What a rookie.
I don't think I've got any beverages left. I gotta go to the shops, I think.
I don't think I
Mate,
could.
there's water in the tap, mate.
I could not drink alcohol if I tried right now.
Wow, what's up, bro? Talk to me.
Oh, mate.
Bit
Oh.
seedy.
Saturday night got me good, all right? The hangover didn't come yesterday, it came today.
Oh, bro, we're getting old, ain't we?
It's a slow release hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Drank a bottle of Jack at Pre's and then a lot of shots of Jack Daniels at the bar.
Yeah, that'll do it to a man.
Yes. Well, I got a full night's sleep. Pretty good.
You did.
Yeah, we got back to the apartment. I went to bed.
I actually don't remember the last full night's sleep I had, so.
It was the only full night's sleep I've had in a long while.
All right. Everyone hydrated? Everyone ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So you've sort of taken care of this threat, and and have plenty to eat. Splug brings out a tray. He's found somewhere like a strip of cloth, possibly from one of Ymir's old loincloths, and sort of tied it around his head, sushi master style, and he's got
That's
his
so gross, Dan. Oh my god.
and he's got his ears, instead of like tied back in a ponytail, he's now got his ears tied up in like a samurai bun.
The legendary Splug.
Yeah, with like one like Ymir poo stain across the whole like front of the bandana.
Yeah.
No. It's just one solid fucking arsehole ring splot in the center, and it looks like a shitty Rising Sun headband.
Oh,
Well, yeah, he turned it inside out. He's not a savage.
Everyone else. Yeah.
That's right. Helps keeps the flies away. You know. So Splug
I hate
comes
you
out
all.
with his tray of calamari and refreshing beverages. You don't know where he procured it from. It's been a while since you've collected any supplies, I believe, for the ship. Last time we were in Sloop the Loop, I know you did get like a bunch of wood and stuff. I don't know if you got really any food or drink.
No, remember we left that city burning, bro.
You left it in a hurry.
City don't exist.
Yeah. Sloop to who?
Sloop to what?
As you take a drink, it tastes a little bit rank. It tastes a little bit foul. It is refreshing. It is hydrating, but it doesn't taste great at all.
Thorendir has a big old chug and gets rid of the old cottonmouth Joe out of his mouth, and my boys, that may not hit the spot, but it certainly quenched my thirst. Now come on, where's my takoyaki octopus, boys? And just eats everything that
Octopus
is
balls,
getting fed to him.
calamari rings, the whole shebang.
Yeah, we definitely need to like. I'll just say like, well, Pauly goes. We need to get provisions the second we get into town.
Yep.
Reynolds just his little backflip back up onto the crossbeam, and he's just gonna try and get in a short rest if there's time.
Cool. So you sort of get back on the helm, Winfred. Reynolds up top, chilling, watching out.
Mm-hmm.
And directing you, as we'd established that Reynard kind of knew where to go. Tide as well. The two of them have conferred a little bit and seem to know the way. And the ship continues through the darkness.
Reynard just yells out, "Just so you know, my friends, I'm going to be useless for the next hour or so. I'm going to take a short nap, just so everyone is aware." And let me know when I can hit that button. Case.
Sure. So the Winfred back on the helm. You're taking the ship lazily, slaloming around the stalagmites, keeping ashore, sort of the part of the rock wall of the Dark Lake in sight as you make your way west. After a period of time, could be an hour, who could say?
Mm-hmm.
I can see Dylan chomping at the bit.
Wait.
Does that
It's hard to tell
ink-cloud
time.
dissipate at any point?
I think it dissipates after 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Time is constant.
Oops, I opened the wrong thing. There we go. It should be. Is it not gone?
Oh, it's gone.
I think the game on stream had frozen. Just hit the old
Yeah.
hot refresh. Yeah, I mean, time is difficult to tell in the Underdark. You know, maybe you should have invested in some kind of egg timer, but you didn't. And So you're stuck here with me, telling you what time
Egg timer? Why do we need egg time? We've got, time. Egg time isn't reliable.
But what is the time? What is time? Manfred?
But yes, you...
Look up the video, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh, that's the... Yeah.
What is a video?
It's like a psychic sandwich.
Moving pictures, yes. Okay.
An hour passes, you think.
Hey.
You feel somewhat refreshed.
It's
So you're all welcome to take a short rest at this juncture.
Cool.
Literally does nothing for me. Thorendir's just got up.
I need to get my key points back.
Did you say key points or chi points?
Psi points.
Oh.
I said key points to start with. But yes, psi points.
After even sort of another hour or so of traveling lazily through the Underdark, in the distance you see sort of somewhat lit up by glowing stones and gems, a big mithril gate that looks like sort of huge pillars with a big door in it, massive. Sort of like the entrance to, is it Gondor or whatever, with the two giant statues?
Yeah.
No, that's the gateway to fucking
Rohirrim or whatever.
Yeah, it's sort of like
Rohan?
the realm, so to the realm of men, not necessarily a city.
Okay. Well, thank you, because I didn't know that. I just knew that it's the statues of men. So I thought it was a city thing. But yeah, so two huge pillars of carved from the stone, and there are hilariously, instead of tall people, it's two deep gnomes. But they're sort of carved either side of this massive mithril door. The lights of the gems kind of around it and in the door itself sort of twinkle out into the darkness. So you see it quite far away, and it's quite small when you first see it. But it takes like another couple of hours to get closer, or close enough that you start realizing that this thing is just a lot bigger than you expected, and perspective's a bitch. As you get closer, you realize that this door is certainly big enough, if it were to open, to admit your ship. But as you get closer, you see that there's no... the door isn't moving. There's no hails. What there is, though, is sort of a platform off to the side at sea level with a giant staircase heading up and back sort of about 300 feet into the cliff. Into the rock. At the base of that staircase as well, there appears to be sort of a large stone slab that's on the side of the staircase. That seems to have sort of as you get closer, it seems to have a chain that heads up the or some kind of track that heads up the side of the stair, almost like along the banister. Or, if this giant stone staircase had a banister, this stone platform theoretically has a track leading up along the banister, if that makes sense.
Pauly, where should we? Looks like we might not get in here. Does your gnome friend know what we must do?
I feel like Nesbit just sleeps in like an empty gunpowder barrel. So I'm just gonna like kick it and go, "Oi, Nesbit, get up!"
He says, you weird birdie. Dunno you can blow off your talons by kicking a gunpowder barrel? I mean, this one's mostly empty, but you never know, do you? And kaboom! In fact, be careful sleeping up so high. Sometimes gunpowder can fall right into those little ear holes of yours.
Yeah. Every time it's you, I'll blow up this and I'll bloody blow up the bird. But right now the bird needs some buddy assistance. You told us we can get into this place, so how about you show us how we do it?
He says, well, I could blow the doors open. Might need a lot. The downside to that, you can, would be if we couldn't close the doors behind us. The water level can't be raised to get the boat up. So we might have to, ask him to open it. The bloody scanners.
All right. We'll go with your second plan, but I mean, if that doesn't work, we go with your first plan.
Oh, aye. Well, the gate is a magical resistant alloy. I think we could do it. We'd have to go get some more explosives, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind going shopping. I saw that you brought back quite a lot of glittery jewels and gems. I assume that's all going to the budget of the explosions.
I mean, pretty much. I'm happy with this as well. This works out for both of us. I get to see pretty lights and you get to explode them.
Did you hear that, Ratty? We're spending money on explosions first chance we get. Not that we be anywhere near explosions when they be exploding, you can. And he's like ignoring you now, talking to the rat on his shoulder.
Perfect.
Even the rat has its eyebrows been blown off.
All right, I guess what I'll do is I'll yell out to the little entranceway and go, anyone home?
As the ship kind of pulls up to what is like sort of a dock area at sea level, as this sort of stone dock. There is no response and there's no greeting party.
All right. Well, let's dock at this point. We'll drop the anchor and try and search for an entrance or like a doorway.
Well, the stairs themselves lead up from this dock. So the stairs. Let me look at my map here. The stairs lead up and north, and look to appear to be sort of 300 feet long. The staircase.
Oh, I reckon I'll just fly up. It's a lot of stairs. I'll take Nesbit with me, so I'm just gonna grapple onto him. You know what I mean? Like I'll basically just like
he's sort of like just ignore, like he's up on the deck, sort of staring at the big gates, and you can see him sort of like carving some alchemical equations into the banister of the ship, as he's like, oh, well, we need the grey powder and the black powder, and if we can mix it at a 2-to-1. You put me down, you stuff, birdie!
Yeah. I'll buy you a stick of dynamite when we're done.
Thorendir, just hearing them all saying they're going to go buy a bunch of explosions, just looks down at the ship, like puts 1 foot through fucking rotted wood, like, yes, explosions, you fucking retards.
Yeah, see, Pauly has no like concept of money, just that he needs to acquire it. Okay.
He's just sitting on his crossbeam, shaking his head disapprovingly.
All right. You how long does it take you to fly up like 300 feet of stairs?
50 feet per second. Per action, so per 6 seconds.
Okay, so it doesn't take too long. Maybe a little bit slower because you're carrying cargo, right? You're carrying a gnome.
True.
But you head up north, flying along. You see sort of on the west wall, that stone platform sort of next to the stone stairs seems to be sort of some kind of sled, and it's on a rail pulled by a chain up the steep slope, sort of large enough to perhaps secure a cart or a wagon. As you fly up further and further, the tunnel widens enough, but doesn't have a lot of clearance. So you have to kind of swoop low, close-ish to the stairs as you make your way. make your way up. There's enough room for a cart plus maybe like 10 feet or something, right?
Yeah.
So with the height of your flapping and things like that, you find it difficult, but you're able to kind of swoop up there. As you get to the top, a large or what looked like a pile of stones or boulders at the top sort of turns its topmost rock to almost as if to almost look at you. It is standing, or at least structured there, I guess I should say, holding what appears to be like a capstone, like a ship capstone that seems to be connected to the chain, and it kind of watches you sail past.
I'll wave to it.
Yeah. At the top, you see sort of this main gate, a door made of steel and mithril, inlaid with plated alloys and things like that. And standing in front of it, and the slope kind of keeps going up even after the stairs. So there's sort of like maybe wheelchair access after the stairs, which is a bit rude. To that door, and standing in front of the door are 8 Zerfneblin. One of them seems to be carrying or holding a sort of a gem, which you see is sort of tied to a necklace around its neck, and its side. This creature's eyes are sort of laid over blue and glowing as it watches you approach.
Can I roll for perception to see how expensive that gem is?
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
It seems shiny. It's so shiny, in fact, it's glowing.
Ooh, oh, shiny. It could be the most expensive gem in the world then. Cool. That's all. I just wanted to know. Just wanted to check. You know what I mean? See what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, let's see, what are these guys armed with? They're all wearing sort of chain shirts. Some of them, in fact, with your terrible perception check, you probably only see the one with the glowing eyes, right? Like the other 7 appear to just be, you're just like, oh, a bunch of stone statues. Like,
Right.
I've pooped on things like that before. And you only narrowly don't perch on one, I guess, as you come into land.
Right, and then I'll basically just drop like Nesbit unceremoniously on the thing. I mean, like, hi there.
Yeah. The lead gnome sort of nods at you, looks down at Nesbit, who has like sort of fallen poorly, rolled along the ground, probably maybe even like theatrically, and he says, "What business brings you to Blingdenstone?"
Well, we just want to, fix our ship and hopefully get up to the surface. And
We would like to use your elevator.
I think you are 300 feet away here, mate. I don't really think we can.
Yeah,
go
you
the
didn't
same
fly.
Winfred yells from the other. No.
Yeah. Just need to fix our ship. It's down there. And there's a big buddy gate in the way. I'm guessing that's the thing that helps us get up there. We've heard about it before. And, we've heard you guys are pretty savvy with a lot of technology and that kind of thing. So I was hoping you guys could fix my ship.
And what do you offer the Zerfneblin?
It really depends on what you want. We've got metals to trade, and if not, we have our own services. If you have any issues, we are a bunch of pretty sick adventurers, and we're known to be helping a town or two. Have you heard of Sloop de Loop?
You've been to Sloop de Loop? Do you number Koatoa among your...
Yeah, no, we've never been there before. But I mean, other towns like it, we've been there, and then we've helped them out.
And how many number your crew?
It starts counting like feathers, like literally feathers, not his fingers, but like feathers. And then this holds
must
up.
be incredible counters because they have so many more options.
Absolutely correct. And then just like holds up, like kind of bristles up enough feathers for the whole crew.
Yeah.
Including the zombies and
Yeah.
Kingston Raging Rolls. Even he even just counts something like the calamari that wasn't eaten.
The Zvneblin turns to Nesbit and says to him in what sounds like sort of a crazy kind of gnomish language. Do you speak gnomish?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
That's why I brought the gnome.
Yeah. And Nesbit, who's still sort of brushing himself off, starts sort of replying. And you hear like a bit of like, "Well, no, that's gotta be bird," and like it's just real deep Cockney or Scottish kind of real actually super Gaelic, I guess.
Yeah, right.
It's sort of how it goes. Like you can catch maybe some meaning, but definitely not sort of the thickness of it. And he's referring to you a lot and kind of like flipping you off halfway through the conversation. Every time you look over, and he's sort of like shrugging and stuff. And the deep gnome eventually kind of nods and says to you, "You will be permitted entrance into the city. Your friend here tells a story that it's hard to believe, but our Barrow Warden will want to hear it."
And then I'm gonna kind of side whisper to Nesbit, like, "What fucking story did you tell me, little shit?" And then I'll kick him.
Yeah. Give me an attack roll. He's gonna try and dodge out of the way.
What, just like unarmed strike?
Yeah.
13.
He's gonna do like a dex check. Yeah,
Jesus.
He's in his realm now, baby. Easily sidesteps it. He says, "I warned you. Don't be trying to kick a gunpowder barrel. You can."
Did you want the bloody dynamite or not, huh?
He sort of says to the gnome guards, he's like, "Oh, give me a minute to speak with this wee scunner. He not civilized folk like we are, you see. Let me just speak to him. I'll be right back." And he kind of takes you over a little bit to sort of the top of the stairs.
Yep.
And he says, so the town's in a bit of disarray. They be having troubles. I said you could help them. I told them you helped the Sloop de Loop and a couple of other towns that I made up. But I said they were on the surface. You can, so they're not likely to know. They only know Sloop de Loop, and it's probably going to be a day or two till they find out that place is fucked. So I thought, we'd be okay because we kind of solved the problem now, and then we tell them. We help them with whatever they're doing. Go in there, spend a bit of gems. I told them we got gems and gold to trade. They love gems. And we do a bit of trade. We do a bit of helping. We speak to this warden fella. And then they turn the key, open the lock, whatever, and we get out. And we fuck off before they find out, you're full of shite.
Yep, sounds good to me. That's pretty much what I was going to do anyway. You speak my mind. You get 2 sticks of dynamite now, Nesbit.
The Barrow Warden, so the guard, says, we will take you into we will take your party into the city. You will be, we will admit, 6 of you into the city.
All right. Well, we'll definitely need to take. Okay. Perfect. Can I use that little cart thing to scoot my way back down and get the rest of the crew?
He nods, and you can kind of swoop down.
I really wanted to like fucking like take this thing for a joyride.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
yeah.
like-
So you go wait at the top, and like the earth elemental starts pushing the capstone. So you have to wait like a good half hour for the sled to make its way up. No, to make its way up to the top, and then you
Okay.
step on it. And then it's
And then the whole-
slowly
yeah, the whole
heads
time.
down.
The whole time I'm just like, wee, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's going at like a slightly slower than walking pace.
Perfect. No, Nesbitt's walking ahead of us, just swearing at me the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Just arms up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah.
It's not very nice.
Sorry,
And
no,
I'll basically
not you guys.
relay that information that Nesbitt's gotten us to say we'll help these pricks out, or at least go talk to their warden to see what we can do. No one mentioned Sloop de Loop, please, for the love of God.
What's loop de loop?
There we go. Good boy.
Cool.
Yeah, perfect.
So
Right,
which
who wa-
six
so,
crew
yeah,
are
who-
you taking?
Right. Reynard, I don't know you yet, mate, so I'm not sure if you should come.
Reynard just starts walking up the stairs.
No, don't be that person. No, I mean I can't help it, mate. You just B grade crew. So you know,
No.
look, I reckon you
Winfred's
got
like,
time.
oh, pick me.
You got time to prove yourself here, mate. So alright, get up there. Come on, go.
Way up the stairs. Just shaking as I go.
Thorendir, obviously you're coming. You're the coolest. You know.
Well, my boy, look, considering I hold all the money, you need me in this voyage.
Oh yeah,
Up
we
just
should
up
probably
here.
take like all those zircons.
No, they will. Oh, the zircons, yes, we could take. But
Yeah, let's take the zircons. We'll use that to fix the ship.
with the money will stay on the ship until we get quoted a price.
Winfred's like in the back of the crowd, like hands up, like me, pick me.
All right, and I'm gonna look down the zombies. I'm gonna like go
Do that
All right,
like
Kingston, you're yeah. Yeah, I'll just like do a couple paces. I'm just gonna mess with mess with
you look at Kingston and he's like, "Yar, you know I can't leave the ship."
Oh, come on.
You'd have to bring a piece of the. You'd have to bring a piece of the ship with ye.
Just like chips off a piece of the wood. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
just bring a plank with you.
No, okay. And then be like, and I'll hold it for a bit. I'm like, oh, this will be tiring. All right, fine, Winfred, you can come.
Yay!
You can come, if only to carry the piece of wood.
Actually, wait, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, yeah, bring the piece of wood. No. And let's bring, who's that Duragar kid? What's his name again?
Oh, he had a really cool, edgy name. Mulgrim Doombrand.
Let's bring Moogrim too.
Moogrim.
Really hope that the Duragar and the Bufflin aren't at war with each other currently.
Yeah, it's fine. They're asking us for help.
So the six of you. So Pauly, Winfred, Reynard, Thorendir, Nesbitt, and Mulgrim pile onto the sled.
All right, Kingston. You look after the ship. We'll try to get this away so we can get you to Skullport, mate. Don't worry. Haven't forgot about you. You're my favourite. You know you are. Don't tell Winfred.
Don't tell Winfred what?
Nothing. We're just saying how much we love you.
That's very nice of
Really
you.
not as cool as you though, Kingston.
So Reynard's going to use Detect Thought on Pauly.
I was gonna say, if he was gonna do it on Winfred, he's not gonna find much.
No. Because Winfred's like, what are you talking about? And then Pauly's like, oh, no, we're saying this. So he's going to use a Detect Thought just to see that he's on the same page with everyone,
So
mainly with Pauly.
So you tap into that sort of psychic reservoir you have. I believe Pauly gets to make a wisdom saving throw as he feels sort of a bit of an invasion of his mind.
Yep.
I don't even want to. I just want to find something quickly before we do this.
No, he's looking for what you think of. He's looking for what you think of Winfred. That's what was currently being talked about. He's not
Basically,
looking for...
okay, I can't find the lyrics right now, but you know, like, he's basically looking at Kingston, and it's like that scene from Top Gun, the "Take My Breath Away" one. You know, take my breath away. And you know, that's the song that's playing in his head the whole time.
All right, Reynard just sort of like looks at Pauly, looks over to Winfred, and goes, "You're pretty cool, bud."
Yeah, I'm actually just thinking about like Kingston and I playing that volleyball scene, you know, like us both in shirtless and in short shorts. Him completely not even being able to hit the actual ball.
Yeah, when he flies up, the ball goes through his hand.
Yeah.
And then there's like a sweet moment where, because you can fly and he can fly. I mean, in dreams, everyone can fly, and you guys just swirling around each other above the volleyball net.
And then we bomb whoever they were fighting. You know, back then. I don't know. You know, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. It has to come to an explosive climax. That's pretty much how every good sexy dream happens. So you know.
The Team America theme starts playing in the background.
Because I think this is
Underdog. Fuck you.
Because I think this is excellent. I feel that like this is a real character moment. I feel like Pauly has a theme song for everyone he looks at, that is playing in his head. So now I want maybe we don't need to bust them all out now if you're not ready, but I just want to like hear from Reynolds' point of view the music he hears when you look at like Winfred instead, or when you look at Thorendir, right? But we can always tick that off later if you haven't got it ready. I've put you on the spot, so
I'll figure some things out.
Yeah, maybe next step.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, I'll figure it out by the end of this episode. Don't worry about that. It's okay. Cool. I got this. This will be fun for me.
So you'll get on the sled, and there's sort of the creaking of chain as this.
Thorendir's you know, that I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy hole, diggy hole.
Reynard's gonna have a fucking headache by the time we get to the top.
Yeah, you shouldn't have read my mind, boy.
Yeah, how long does Detect Thoughts last?
Up to a minute with concentration, so he stops concentrating on it as soon as he hears the first song.
I don't think you can stop concentrating once you hear that song. Like, you're locked in.
Yeah, I'm making sure these songs are stuck in your head. And then okay, no, here we go. For Winfred, it's oh shooby-doo, I wanna be like you, ooh ooh. I wanna talk like you, walk like you, ooh ooh.
Do I hear the whole song, or do I just hear snippets of each song?
No, you hear the whole song in its entirety.
The entire song, I only hear the first song because it's only a minute.
Actually, yeah, no, Winfred, I just go through the whole of that soundtrack. You know what I mean? Just like it just goes on and on.
Yeah, no, I only get a minute of Detect Thoughts, so I only hear the start of Kingston's song.
Don't you be real, yeah. Sorry.
The hook probably starts of the next song every time he changes who he's looking at, though. So I feel like you're getting just the hook of every song. Yeah. Just, you've got.
Now, don't you be reading Thorendir's thoughts between 3 to 5, but that's Thorendir's time.
Looks at Thorendir and just winks. It's like, got you, bud. Don't worry about it.
And I've counted the gems in my boots. Don't you be.
You're cutting onions, babe. Oh no.
Is it just finally sunk in to Soph that Ymir died last week?
And we've
Is he having a bit of a cry?
So Sophie had her heart broken by a guy called John Onions.
Oh.
No, it's not because she's weak. She insisted it's not because she's weak. It's that motherfucker John Onions.
That's right.
Don't you just love it when you just try to have a good time and ninjas just start cutting onions next to you, man?
Oh.
I have crippling depression.
no, man, it's just the ninjas cutting onions. Not even.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
All right, moving on.
So you're all on the sled, and you.
I'm going back to going. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
even slower on the way up. It's like that half hour. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm king of the world.
Well,
3 hours later.
I'm holding Nesbit up like it's like that scene in Titanic, and he's like, fucking get off me!
yeah, Reynard's just standing.
I just really enjoy like using Nesbit to like prop.
Yeah.
I see
Long
Nesbit
breath.
as a prop.
Yes. As a young Simba to just hold up as you slowly ascend.
Yeah.
Cool.
In the circle of life.
So you get to the top. Morgrim is kind of like sitting on the slab, just kind of staring back down as like the ship gets smaller, gets further and further away. And you get to the top of the stairs, and you see, or the rest of you probably see 8 Zerfneblin. Pauly, you still only see the one, I guess. That's
shiny boy.
Yeah, that's got the necklace. He looks at each of you, kind of with those sort of blue glowing eyes, and says, "We can let you in, but the Duragar is going to have to he's going to have to. No, he's going to have to wear this." And he holds up what appears to be sort of like a it's sort of like a bracelet of sorts. Sort of like it's a silvery kind of metal bracelet.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Cool.
Morgrim's like, I'm not putting that on.
What is it?
It fucks with my psychic ability. And this isn't fair. This is discrimination. Because I'm a dark dwarf? You're going to make me wear that? That's... Come on.
All right.
Come on,
All right,
crew.
Mr. Gnome,
Back me up. I thought we were crew.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, well, you bloody wanted us to come help you. You have to understand that this is our mate, and we're not going to have you treating him like shit and discriminating against him. Mate, it's fucking 1221, all right? We're a lot more progressive in this fantasy world. So you either have to get with the times or you aren't. And then we'll just fucking cancel all you deep gnomes if you want to fucking go that hard.
Thorendir is just laughing so hard right now. God, they're giving the grim. And he turned
Winfred's
off at him.
Winfred's never seen a deep gnome before, so he's just checking these little dudes out, trying not to stare. He's like,
so the deep gnomes themselves. Let me pull up what a deep gnome looks like.
They're deep. All right.
They're deep. So they actually look a little bit different from. The general shape is quite similar to your regular gnomes, but they sort of have a lack of hair, completely hairless. They just wax constantly. They look a bit upset. They've got that sort of grey skin, and
that one before.
I'm gonna lean over to Pauly and be like, "These guys look like if Thorendir and Splug had a baby, and the baby was hairless."
Can I try and persuade?
And grey and ugly.
Can I try and persuade these deep gnomes that it's okay and they don't need to put this bracelet on our friend?
Yeah, are you persuading in terms of it's okay? Are you threatening them with being cancelled on Twitch, or are you deceiving them in that you'll keep an eye on him the whole time?
Look, it's empty threats. The first part.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the average Aaraockra doesn't have this power in this society, so, you know, sadly. So I'm gonna go with persuasion.
Okay.
I'm not one of those half elves. They're the ones with all the fucking power in this fantasy world. Let's be really honest.
That's
here.
right. The
So, I feel
the
like,
Patriarchy.
good. Good. Where are we? There you go. Oh, fuck me. Can't roll anything important.
Yeah, the Zifneblin, the Deep Gnome, says we can't have one of his kind running around unchecked in our city.
Thorendir instantly runs past, pushes Pauly out the way, whips out his scroll of nobility and goes, "Now don't you worry, my boys. The name's Thorendir Grimsbane, one of the mighty Grimsbanes you may have heard about, also heir to that indeed fortune. Don't worry, he'll be under my watchful eye the entire time, my lad."
All right, give me a persuasion check here.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll still be listening, but
20.
Yeah.
Maxie.
He says, a Grimsbane emissary this deep. We've not received your kind since before the fall.
Well, it has maybe been a time since the fall, but I say, ha! Stock the taverns, lads, because Grimsbane's come back to town.
He says, indeed. Well, if you vouchsafe on your word that this creature will do no wrong in our fair city, then I have no choice but to I will issue an escort so that you may pass into Inner Blingdenstone unmolested. And while you're in town, please, and he hands you a piece of paper. Well, actually, it's probably like a stone, and chiseled into it is a coupon for 1 free beer at the Dark Lake Brewery.
And as Thorendir takes it and goes, "And mightiest blessings upon thee who's entering into your fine town. Take this as a compliment to your fine, prestigious might and glory." And Thorendir slips him the old 5 gold coins as he has a look at the information.
Cool.
Not a bribe.
Yeah. The Deep Gnome sort of pockets that quickly, and pulls out what appears to be sort of a pick. To your eye, Thorendir, you see that it's more ceremonial than effective. One half of it's probably effective, the other half's like ceremonial. And he takes the ceremonial part and sort of taps it on some of the gems on the door, and they kind of ring out, and there's sort of a rumbling as the mithril doors slide open. And 4 of the deep gnomes, 2 walking ahead and kind of 2 walking behind. The 2 ahead lead you in through this tunnel beyond the doors.
And Thorendir whispers to Pauly, "Ha! We got in there. Let's not fuck this up like the last town. Oh, lordy. Ooh, those poor fish people."
The you're entered into a series of tunnels that there's many sort of branching paths, but the 2 guards kind of lead you through this sort of twisting and turning path that runs between sort of 10-foot high walls studded with nails. In some areas, or sort of like spikes, like pythons or something like that, sort of sticking out of them. The path slopes up and down into various sections. You feel sort of like you've been turned around at one point. They're kind of heading back to where you came, but through a different path and things like that. and give me anyone who's kind of like on the lookout or who's naturally kind of perceptive and can definitely see in the dark. Give me a perception check here.
Yeah, I'll put my goggles on.
Don't see shit. Thorendir's chatting.
You're chatting to the gnomes up front. You're just like talking to the cab driver.
Oh yeah, talking shit about it.
I unfortunately didn't hear the latter half of that because the fire alarm was going off in my house.
Ah.
But I'm going to do a perception check anyway.
Joe Onions, he got you, dude.
Do you reckon cutting onions would fuck up the schnoz roll? Because, like...
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Well, see, there it did.
Yep, there you go.
Reynard, you see, as you're sort of making your way through this path, especially like this path is quite narrow in places, and at one point you have to go single file and whatnot. You see that there's actually a second path that's like sort of like an upper path that looks wider but is sort of festooned with sort of towers and what looks to appear to be sort of watchtowers that are looking down on you in this maze. But that sort of upper area would potentially be where, you know, carts would be brought through, as it's a lot wider, but it's sort of higher up. Cool. Eventually, after being led through this area and kind of squeezing around and whatnot, you're led through the sort of another gate. The gnomes call out to the gate guards in sort of the towers either side of the gate, and this gate, similar to the one you've just come through, opens up, and beyond is a winding cavern or tunnel that leads even further in. You walk past these two stone towers embedded in the cavern walls, and you can kind of make out, peering through shuttered windows in each tower, there's 4 deep gnomes in each tower, so 8 in all. And there's sort of mechanisms, it looks like, that are built into those towers that kind of open and close that gate. The tunnel itself, the ceiling is about 30 feet high, and embedded in its walls are gems spaced about 30 feet apart and 15 feet above the rough-hewn floor. The gems are in sockets, and each gem contains a symbol. A couple of different symbols, so the symbols don't seem to repeat, but like they don't. You don't see a pattern to them or see any directly repeating. At the north end of this tunnel is a smaller door made of stone. You can see, and there are kind of 15-foot high ledges in alcoves flanking the door. The ledges themselves are currently unguarded, and as you approach, the stone door opens easily to reveal sort of a city beyond. You leave the dark tunnel behind and step into what looks like another world. These aren't the regular underdark, sinister caverns or.
I'm gonna be back in a second.
Yeah, or harsh bare stone, but a subterranean land of warm colors and welcoming smells. The deep gnomes you see going about their business glance up at you with suspicion, but you kind of instinctively understand that you face no direct threat here. And one of the guards escorting you abandons his kind of severe frown and composure to give you a nod as he prompts you past the inner gate and kind of looks at the wonder on your faces. And he says, "Welcome to Blingdenstone, travelers."
Do we have a picture of the town or no?
I probably do, actually. That would help. Blingdenstone, the stone dust of blings.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
My house is not burning down.
I'm imagining like a montage similar to the Here in New York, that video.
Yeah, I don't have a good
Here in
one. Let's see if we can find it.
Blingdenstone.
Bring that stone. So this, I'll see if I can pull this one up. So, what? Did that photo come up?
The first one did, but not the second one.
Image address.
I'm stressing.
How about this one?
Oh my goodness.
So it's a massive cavern full of lights, lots of walkways and stalls and gnomes going about commerce. You see, mostly it's pretty much just gnomes. You don't really see any of the other races down here. But the busy cavern that kind of welcomes you seems to connect to a number of other chambers. Two of them, though, you see immediately are sealed off, with kind of warning signs up in Gnomish.
Are we still getting escorted?
No, they've kind of the
No,
escorts kind of
no,
left you as you walk in a little bit more. Yeah.
Yep, okay. And then Thorendir turns to Pauly. Well now, my lad, what do you suppose those clearly warning signs do not enter mean? Should we enter?
Pauly smiles and then goes into stealth.
Reynard, in noticing Pauly going into stealth, will also make a stealth check.
Well, does Reynard notice him go into stealth? How good's the stealth roll?
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, but he notices that
Winfred's
Pauly's
just checking
gone.
out the scene and like, oh, I wonder how they got that up there.
Yeah. The guard sort of the guard's like, your escorts left you in terms of like they're kind of standing back. They're not following you in, right? So you've walked in a little bit, and then you look around and Pauly and Reynard appear to have disappeared. The guard sort of comes up to you, Thorendir, and says, you'll be wanting to speak with the Barrow Warden when you can.
And where would one find the Barrow Warden?
He gives you directions, which he certainly has, and Dan needs to look it up.
While you're quickly doing that, Thorendir casts a message, so only him and Pauly can hear what Thorendir says.
Mhm.
We have to meet some weird hierarchy in the village. Come meet us when you've investigated those. Do not enter signs to see if anything indeedly valuable is there. You can talk back to me, bro.
I can talk back to you?
Yeah.
All right, good. Can you also find a place or find someone who can fix the ship? And,
Indeed.
And also get some supplies, provisions.
Yes, well, indeed, my boy.
Perfect. And then I guess that Reynard and I then just kind of like sneak into like that do not enter area.
Yeah. Cool. As you're sneaking through, you see in the city itself, there are a number of weirdly like stone statues of what appear to be drow, or like elves. I guess it's hard to tell that they're specifically drow when they're made of stone. You also sort of as you're making your way through what sort of behind,
making your way downtown.
Making your way downtown, deep downtown, in fact. You realize that they paved, well, it probably wasn't Paradise. They certainly put up a parking lot.
Hell yeah!
You also see, like, occasionally, like, you'll sort of dust, sort of like little whirlwinds of dust, like, walking past. or floating past, and then occasionally sort of like a creature, an elemental made of rock, walking along, just stomping along, carrying, big crates of things. Setting off alarms as you open the door to the closed off area.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. What are we looking at? Gold Whisker. Okay.
Why is it so fucking cold?
I'm gonna be back.
Oh, bro, I've got the heater pumping. It's actually really nice here.
Bro. Oh, my fucking heater doesn't work.
I'm going to give you a bit of a map. I'll see if we can pull this up as a map, right? That's what we want. We want a bit of mappage.
Ooh, I do love a good map.
I also love a good map, as Reynard, the
navigator.
navigator. Navigator, sir.
Please, I'm only the navigator. I'm just journey points off to the stars, eh? I put on a bit of a map, bit of canvas.
I wanted to figure out a voice for Reynard, but
he may not be live long enough for you to get one.
Oh, well, I may not be playing him long enough for me to develop a voice for him. So I'll just wait. I'll hold it off until the all-powerful arrives.
I don't know. Bards, here we go. All right, let's put you all on this sort of map. I might need to change the dimensions of this bad boy. Easy. Here we go. Pauly. And Reynard, up to no good. Started making trouble in the neighborhood. Winfred. Thorendir.
Straight away.
Alright. And let's just give you... that should be fine. So I'll see if I can make this a little bit smaller, but the scale is not perfect in terms of, you can see the this area we came to on the left, that was sort of the big gate area. You've been walked through the maze, and then you've been sort of deposited out here.
Yep, cool.
And where would Pauly and I be skulking about?
Towards
Where's
the
our
west,
do not
so
enter?
top of the map here. So see where this kind of door is sealed off.
Yeah.
So you see sort of big locked doors closing off this section.
Wait, locked?
Yeah.
I'll pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a Thieves' Tools check, dexterity check.
With +2, right?
Yeah, for your proficiency. So, you're taking a while on this lock. Reynard, perhaps kind of watching you go at it. So it takes you so long that a number of guards or a number of deep gnomes are kind of walking past and have a chance to spot you. Let's see.
I'm going to distract them.
Oh, well, you're busy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, damn.
I'm gonna just nudge Pauly and say, "Oi, Captain, we got some visitors."
Oh, okay. I'm just going to stop immediately and then just pretend like nothing ever happened.
Right. Well, they're going to try and catch you here. We'll see if their perceptione is better than your.
Yeah, well,
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, they see you and are like, they kind of yell at you in Undercommon for a little bit. They're sort of like, "What are you doing?" And then they realize that doesn't work.
Well, I understood them, and I talk back in Undercommon.
Oh, cool. Yes, they give you like a, oh yeah, you're not allowed to go in there. You must be new to the city. No, like the main thoroughfare's back here. You must be lost. Come on, we'll take you back. We'll take you back.
And I say back, oh, sorry, my friends. Yeah, we just got here. We don't know where. We were just told to go and find someone, so that's what we were doing. We must have just stumbled off the path. Yeah, thank you. And I make my way back to the group.
All right, I'm gonna burn that door into my memory. I'm going to break in there.
Yeah. Oh no, Reynard has made a mental note.
Yeah, no, like that's burnt in my like I'm breaking in there. That's happening. Like, but I know when I've been beaten this time, so yeah, I'll just follow. Say nothing.
Cool.
And actually, you know what? I'll pretend to be like a dumb tourist. I'm like, oh, look at the pretty lights. Oh, we need to get the artist to take a sketch of that because the kids at home will love that.
Yeah, and
Winfred's actually the dumb tourist, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I agree with you. That's a really good idea."
You're not with us.
Oh,
You're with me, bro.
We're up here.
Okay.
As
They've
Pauly's-
stealthed away on. Yeah.
Okay. Can we
Pauly's
reduce the
doing
size of
this.
these tiles or not?
No, you
yeah,
can't, unfortunately.
I'll see what I can do.
As this all happens, Pauly's talking to me about getting the artist. Oh, just a hand on his back, like yes, we'll commission the artist. Yes, okay. Well, let's get out of here, yeah. And like nudging him, like hurry the fuck up. And like he's got a mage hand, like invisible on his back, just pushing him out. Like we need to fucking go. All right, yeah, we're all the way over here. And then Pauly and I, I'm guessing we were about here on this door here.
No, on this
Nah,
red
the door
door.
here where I am.
This door, okay.
I'm stand behind Thorendir.
Yeah, so you two are
Nothing
kind of
happened.
more heading down or heading east, I guess, into the bulk area of this. Where a lot of the commerce seems to be flowing to and from.
Can we ask some of the people who caught us whether they know of a shipbuilder, like a shipwright?
Oh yeah, so you've given the whole like, oh yeah, we're looking for a shipbuilder and got lost.
Yeah, correct.
They said, oh well, of course. I think you'll want to head. You're almost there. Actually, you just missed it. You missed the turnoff. It's just to the north there. Traders Grotto. It's kind of the central market. All manner of trade and buying goes on there. Of course, the famous Deep Gnome Rock Salt, not to be confused with the Rock Deep Salt. Rock Gnome Deep Salt. This is the Deep Gnome Rock Salt. It's a completely different flavor. It's so much better for you. They say that the Himalayan salt that you get up in the Himalayas is
Pakistan
lets you live longer. Well, the deep gnome rock salt that's harvested from the bowels of the planet actually make you enjoy life.
Reynard's gonna like butt in real quick and just be like, what was that place that you just mentioned? The Himalayas. I've been all over and I've never heard of a place such as this. Where would you say this is?
I think it's on the surface. It must be. It's really high up.
Yep. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. And
We've seen the brand
next time. Next time I'll bring you some back. I'll bring some back for you. What's your name?
Fuck.
Fuck. Okay. Fuck,
He says
I'll
fuck,
bring you back some-
but it's undercommon, so it actually means.
Okay, and then I'm gonna interrupt him saying, trying to like sputter after the fuck. I'm like, thank you very much, fuck. Like
Yeah.
really just trying to like
You understand
slow down my words.
that fuck in undercommon actually means overcord, who followed us 2 hours ago. Thank you very much for the follow.
Thank you. Yes, Overcord. I'll bring you back some. I will. This is still in undercommon. While Pauly's talking over, I'm like, yes, Overcord. I'll bring you back some the next time we're through here. Possibly, maybe.
And then I'm gonna like shove a copper coin into his hand and go, thank you for your help.
Are you fucking Euro tripping this guy?
Yeah, Reynard's just gonna walk away from this.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, have a good
Buy
one,
my own
boys.
hotel.
as you go into the
Nick.
sort of traders grotto, Reynard, you over here, this guy talking to his friend, just like fucking tourists. They're always so bloody cheap. They don't understand our economy.
I'm gonna just duck back over.
Okay.
And say, oh, sorry, maybe our customs are different to yours. We only pay what we believe it's worth. And I keep walking.
Okay.
Don't kill another character, Dylan.
And the deep gnome goes like, bloody surfacers, always trying to get the last word in.
I ain't no surfacer, buddy. He yells over his shoulder. I'm an astral.
See what I mean?
I ain't your buddy, guy.
Like,
I ain't your friend, Spot.
Like,
I ain't your sport service.
Like deep gnome clockwork. They just every single time you can just tap that, and you just tap that little button that they have, and they'll always try and get that last word in. Yeah, you better believe it.
Not knowing that they're actually having an argument. I'm like, thank you.
And then, oh no, I can't do that. Never mind. I just keep walking. I just walk away. I was gonna do something, but I won't. I don't want
Let
to
the interaction die, guys. Come on.
Yeah, no, I was gonna mage hand trip him over when he goes to walk away.
Oh wow, it's like.
But I'm like, if he's a city guard, it's not worth it.
All right. So, let's go west of. Okay. So you two head into the Trader's Grotto. This appears to be sort of the central market. There, at first glance, appear to be sort of mushroom stalks and things like that all rising up, but they're all made of stone. And there's merchants here in makeshift stalls hawking their... I'm sorry, Pauly. That's probably racist. Hawking their wares. And bartering with one another.
Reynard is going to take just a second in the center of the grotto and just listen to everyone talking and bartering and see if I can get a bit of a gauge and understanding of who might be a shipbuilder in this area.
Cool. Give me a perceptione check.
A perceptione. Yes, so there you are. That's an 11. I'm not perceiving much.
Can I please walk up to like a random rock gnome and just go, Donde Estar, shipwriter?
Oh, no. At the sight of this, Reynard's going to stealth. Just leave. 18.
The more I think about it too, it's like, how could I be more out of place? A fucking Aaraockra deep under.
Everything is grayscaled and grey. You were bright fucking...
yeah, I'm a fucking parrot man.
And I'm very yellow. Like greeny yellow skin.
Yeah,
we both stand out a lot.
So, Pauly, you go up to like the first kind of deep gnome you see at a stall and say that very loudly and slowly. And he says, no ship, only Gravkalash. And he's kind of like, he's like handing you food, essentially, and what appears to be some kind of some sort of crab meat, perhaps.
Oh,
definitely gonna actually buy some of that crab meat. That looks delicious. I'm gonna bet.
Yeah. How much do you hand him?
1 copper. Everything's getting paid with 1 copper right now.
As you hand him the copper and turn, like you feel a hand like a vice grip on your arm.
And then
he's like holding out his hand like more.
Donde Estar, shipwriter. And I'm like, do that, like, you know, mimicking the waves.
And he's in Undercommon, Reynard, you hear this deep gnome saying, No, you pay, finest gems.
All right, I whisper into Pauly's
Good crab kalash.
I whisper into Pauly's ear. Hey, boss, he wants 1 more copper.
All right. Okay. All right. You drove a hard bargain, Mr. Crab Kalash seller. But here's a 2nd copper.
I just burst into like tears laughing. I'm like, no, he wants you to pay him in gems, you idiot.
All right, you seem to bargain pretty damn well for a craft collage vendor, man. Here's a third copper.
That wasn't a gem. Okay.
He's looking down at these small brown discs in his hand, and he says, "What is this weak bendy metal? This is crap. I've shit things more sturdy than this."
I say, this is common tender. This is copper money. You exchange it for goods and services on the surface.
He looks at you and says, We're not on the surface, you yellow-bellied."
Now, do not make fun of my skin color. That is racist.
Excuse me. Everything is the surface, okay? All right? I thought this was the surface. Thank you very much.
Oh dear God!
And I'm basically gonna like cause a scene, like it's like I'm like Randy's dad in Randy from South Park. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the surface.
Oh God!
Cool. All right. We cut across to Thorendir and Winfred.
Good choice.
I just need to pull up my little map of where you are.
They're having a riveting conversation about, I don't know, fucking name something.
Time.
Aaron, help me out here.
The fine artisans, that is, the undergnomes.
No, yes.
Craftsmanship, and by golly, Winfred, look at the stone carving of that elf. Oh, she's almost popping out a nipple. If I had to say, she weren't a 10-foot tall statue, and in my arms, I'd make a move on her. Oh.
I wasn't expecting that.
You asked to talk about something, and he got you.
Oh, he got me. He got me good.
Now, how good was the line? If she was a 10-foot tall, and a statue. But yes.
Whatever
floats your boat, or in this case,
I think that stone statue would sink my boat there. Oh, but I'd let her have a try. Now, do we still have the dude that told us where to go? So I totally forgot what we were doing. We were going to the person.
Yeah, I forgot what we were doing too. You were looking at statue titties, and I was just like looking at the ceiling.
Oh, I wasn't just looking at the titties, Winfred. That is the mindset of an amateur. You got to look at the whole curvaceous package.
Need to touch the hiney.
Cool. You see in front of you a temple that seems to be built out of like a giant ruby that's thrust out of the ground. Like this thing is bigger than you. Obviously, it's massive, and it's had like stuff carved into it, and a deep gnome kind of out the front. Remember, like a lot of these doors are kind of like gnome sized. So Winfred, you're gonna have to duck a lot, stoop even more than usual, I think, to kind of.
Winfred doesn't walk at 5 foot, at 9 foot tall. He sort of walks with a hunch. So he's probably about, I don't know, probably only about 5 or 6 foot tall when he's walking on his hind legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he doesn't walk with his back straight. I'm
trying to think though, if gnomes are like 4 foot tall, like their doorways are probably going to be 5.5, 6 maybe at most.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to have to watch my head.
Yeah, so you can go through it, but it's like, have you ever visited like those old Japan castles and shit?
Yeah, I've been to Nepal, mate. I know how fucking small those doors can be.
Yeah. It's kind of like going back in time like that, right?
Those guys, they're all like 5 foot tall maximum. So like,
there's
it's 4.5 feet. He's gonna fit right at home.
There's a sort of what appears to be kind of a young deep gnome at the front that says, in his kind of best comment. It's not great, but he says, travelers, welcome to the Ruby in the Rough. Have you come to pray to Siojan Earthcaller, the god of deep earth and nature? Come, rest your weary feet and bask in the shine of the ruby.
Sure, okay. Winfred sort of like squeezes his way in the door.
Yeah.
Do you have any bigger chairs?
I'm afraid we don't, friend. We don't often get travelers, and we are such a mess. Part of the rebuild at the moment. We're refurbing the city. You see, we don't even really have access to all of it yet. So chairs are a bit of a luxury. We don't have, especially ones that cater for your ample frame.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be happy with like an array of cushions.
He kind of looks at you for a few minutes, and he kind of brings some rocks over, and then you see him sort of say some prayers over the rocks, and they kind of melt into like cushion-shaped rocks.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah. Can you teach me how to do that?
Perhaps, if you are you looking to enlist in the temple. I wish there was a more senior priest here. What is your name, young acolyte?
I am Winfred. I am of the Yellow Fur Clan, and I am your local big fluffy barbarian of wild magic.
Indeed, and my name is Glyphic Shroomlight. Pleased to meet you. And he's got sort of this like halting kind of common. You can tell he's really trying hard with those words. And he looks to you, Thorendir, and says, and yourself, Sir Dwarf, how may I address thee?
Now, Sir Dwarf, I'm not one for pageantries, but one...
Deception check. Deception check right the fuck now.
Clearly a man for pageantries.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty humble. He seems humble-ish.
What was I saying? Hold on.
Take it from the top.
One, I'm not one for pageantries, but one, where's the shipwright? 2, give me the shipwright. 3, shipwright.
Get out of my personal space.
He says, well, there's in the Trader's Grotto to the west, you'll find shipwrights, and in the where's my map? In the caverns to the north, there's the cultivation cave where they grow fungi for cooking, crafting, things like that. You may be able to find artisans there. Of course, you don't want to venture too far into these here caves. We've been having some trouble with the elementals lately.
Is that a threat, boy, or do you actually have elemental trouble? Like, I'm very new to this culture. Like, you don't just threaten people with long caves and elementals, or is that an innuendo, or is there really a long cave with big elementals?
Oh, please forgive me. I'm perhaps a mistranslation. I did not mean any threat at all, sir.
Sir Lord Grimsbane, thank you.
Sir Lord Grimsbane, and Winfred of the honey. What was the clan? The
mouthfullers, the chewmongerers,
Yellow Fur clan. He says, no, it was I meant no threat, and I meant no disrespect. It's just that the elementals here are we have been using them for we use them for heavy labor and so on. But they have been
Relax, my boy. Relax. Don't need
Oh.
breaks up. That's patting him on the back.
Oh.
Sorry, I've been down in the undersea too long, man. It's been a very long time since I've had to deal with a straight man so serious as you. Relax, my boy. Please enter the service of your humble Grimsbane. We are but mighty visitors and guests in your town. How may we be of assistance?
As you say that, you hear like a voice say, "By golly, is it a Grimsbane here in my caverns?" And a figure sort of is standing behind you as you kind of turn around. This is another gnome, though you notice that he's partly see-through, and he says, "And a Grimsbane in my here barrow, and they didn't bring you directly to me. What Grimsbane name do ye go by?"
Well there, my dear esteemed, gorgeous-looking gnome there. What are you made of? Pure diamond? But the name is Thorendir Grimsbane, the current heir to the Grimsbane fortune sea, out on the glorious quest that is known to Grimsbanes, to reclaim the fortune and honor at one to bestowed upon thee.
Perhaps I have met your one of your ancestors. Then my name is Backgorund Jaeger. I believe my family and yours has had some dealings in the past. I always knew the Grimsbanes to be a big fan of the Jaeger.
Well, it is always an honor to meet
Oh my
a
God, there's
Lord
two of
Jaeger.
them.
And I say, it is a mighty nice town you've carved yourselves out of here. Now, you hope you haven't fallen for the old dwarven folly of digging too deep now, have we?
He says, alas, perhaps your eyes, you're too kind to say it out loud, and I shall say it then. But I have obviously met with a misfortune. As you see, I am dead.
What? See, I knew I didn't want to cast the old glimmer upon ye, but how are you still here, clinging to life?
Well, as
Can I make a magic awareness check?
yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna find my tile. There he is. No, why can't I can't do my thing. Ugh. Hang on a minute.
You don't need to click it.
I'm doing it. I can't do magic awareness. Why can't I do? You know what? Never mind. I'll hold my tongue for now. I can't get my actions up in Foundry.
That's fine. You just know what it is. Like, you don't need to click it. You can just tell me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I just want to check this guy out and see what kind of how he's still alive.
Yeah. So you sort of like reach into that schnoz magic that you have.
I imagine it's more of a visual thing. I don't do everything with my nose.
Yeah, you barely do anything else.
I'm assuming it's like Witcher senses almost, right? Like
Yeah.
Good Lord, you scared the hell out of me. Thank you.
He says, you see him as you obviously realize he's a ghost. But he's still quite corporeal in terms of you can mostly still see him. He's only slightly see-through. And he doesn't look like the kind of shades or nightmares or anything like that you've kind of run into, especially recently. He says, I met with a terrible fate. Unfortunately, I led handful of Zefneblins down here to kind of reclaim our city, and we had to fight for it. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you're on the right end of the blade, and sometimes you're on the wrong end of the pick, as they say. And now I've got unfinished business. I figured I'd hang on for a bit. I'm grooming a replacement, and there's a couple of souls here that need resting in the city. And I certainly will not rest while my people are hard done by and are in trouble.
Now, don't you be playing me now. Come out and say it. We're old friends here, down the family line for generations. I read stories about you mighty Jaegers. Now, please, what can Grimsbane do for you?
There's a couple of other friends of mine who hung on after the drow attacks.
The drow?
They're not in their right mind, friend. And I need you to lay their souls to rest.
Indeed.
A friend, Vazuk, he's mad with grief, and he's a threat to the other gnomes here in Blingdenstone. His spectre can be found haunting his old home. And there's another one, Tarrasques. He died somewhere in Rockblight, in the northeast section of town. Bring his bones back to be rested with his people, and that should put him to rest. And I, as a wink and a nod to the old Grimsbanes, the strong Grimsbanes, I'll answer any questions you have about this town and perhaps more.
Well, let me get this clear. We have Vazuk in his own home, whose spirit is not laid to rest properly. Gone mad.
Indeed. And another who wanders the halls because his body is not in his home. It's quite the polar opposites. Aren't we a diverse group?
Yes, and Uras in the northeast part of town causing mischief.
That's right.
Well then, the Grimsbane will be on it, and all I ask of you in return is, 1, where's the shipwright? 2, give me 3, where can I get supplies? Because I forgot to write that down because I was messing with your dear esteemed apprentice, underman.
This guy's he's an acolyte. He's sort of the best priest we have right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He makes some wonderful cushions, though.
Oh, look, he's doing a great job. He just needs to be a little bit more confident. Perhaps if you're sticking around, dear Grimsbane, you can show him some of that.
Wow. Now look, if man walks into his house, his building, and messes with him, and he took it seriously. Like, oh boy, he's got a lot to learn.
But if you
about
can do
the outside world.
If you can do this for me, I will gladly introduce you to the best shipwright we have, and put in a good word. And as he says that, you hear ringing bells of alarm coming from the west, and he says, "Dear God, it's the guards! Bells in hell's bells in the Trader's Grotto! Something must be wrong!"
Oh, and then Thorendir looks at Winfred and goes, "I have a bad feeling about this."
I made a little cheeky meme, put it in the group chat. Just have a look at that one.
Oh,
That's pretty much what I said too. I said this half an hour ago.
Yeah, brilliant.
Hold
on, I gotta bring that up. I gotta see if I can pull that up. That's hilarious. Yeah, so bells, alarm bells ringing from the Trader's Grotto.
I was pretty proud of that.
That's good, mate. Let's see if
that was a great session. That was a good session. Thank you, damn daddy.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had alarms go off.
That's all right. Alarms are going off right now in the Trader's Grotto. I think it's all very
wonderful.
very thematic.
Mm.
It's going to be interesting.
We've just got we've got a smoke alarm that's like right above our stovetop. It's the stupidest thing ever. But we've been trying to get this range hood fixed for ages, but yeah, like ever since we moved into the place, but no one's come to fix it yet, so we just get smoke alarms go off all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's all good.
What seems to be the problem with your range hood?
Well, it's broken. I'll send you a photo of it. It's like legitimately
send me
like
a photo.
broken. It's snapped.
Well,
wow.
I'm going to end the stream and say goodnight to chat before we go into the deep dive on engineering range hoods.
Well, I mean, it's what we do, right?
Thanks, chat. See you later.
Thank you very much, chat, especially you, Aaron, biggest Steve in the chat there. We got a couple of follows and stuff as well. That's super lovely. You can hit !Tatts, which will give a link to a bunch of information about the characters. I need to go in and strike through everything about Ymir, because that's all changed now. But I believe on there as well links out to social medias and whatnot that you'll be able to access. If you want to follow these sweet boys wherever they go across the internet, you can watch miniature painting with Thorendir. You can watch Apex Legending with Dylan and funny as fuck TikToks with Jacob. Can't watch anything with Pauly apart from sweet memes. I mean, I would subscribe to just more of this. If we can just get more of this, I'll chuck this on. Put the really good shit on the Patreon. The naked, the only, fuck, would it be only feathers?
Only squawks.
Only squawks. That'd be great. I hope you lads had fun with the game this week.
Always do.
We lost a friend, but gained maybe a crew member, or at least for now, until he dies. And then Dylan tells me he's got yet another character in the bank ready to go. And then failing that, we also have a character waiting in Waterdeep as well. So we got...
Yeah. Was Reynard just a member of our crew prior to...
We'll go through like 3 characters for Dylan before we get to Waterdeep. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, he'll be... Well, that's it. I'm not going to let him make a new one, though. It's going to be, if Reynard dies, he can start playing Nesbit or the Duragar, right?
Just don't start killing off our crew members, Dylan.
You're not allowed to kill Nesbit, mate.
I can do whatever the hell I want.
All right, Homelander.
The hell I want, boys.
All right, lads, we'll end it there. Have a lovely evening.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.